I will check here if I'm going live or not. Oh, such a rookie.
No, it's okay.
Okay, we are live. But you can. But I cannot see myself. All right, now I can. No, I cannot see myself. How come? How come someone is online? Can anybody help me? Can anybody tell me how come I don't see myself? Come.
Oh, I think it has something to do with internet.
No, come on. Internet is great now.
Okay.
Hmm. Wait. I will end the live.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
I see
guys.
you.
2 minutes.
I can see you.
Okay, now I can see myself. All right. Come on. Third time. Great time. Hey, Damaktivo. Christina. Christina. So, welcome everybody. Welcome, Christina. Welcome, Princess. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Uh,
you.
Thank you for joining this debate conversation about femininity. And the central question is: did femininity lie, or did modern femininity lie to women? And if the tool of nudity is empowering to women or not? And if femininity, this modern movement of femininity, is it an answer to that fourth wave feminism? What do you think about that, Princess?
Okay. So first question.
Yes,
Did
first question.
modern feminism lie to women? I mean, it really depends, to be honest, because I feel like, I feel like the feminism that we are struggling with today is more like the type of feminism where women kind of compete with men, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
So I feel like that is more the feminism that, you know, that kind of, yeah, lie to women. I mean, we are women, we're not like men. So,
Exactly.
but um I still feel like a big part of the modern feminism today is still good, but there's like an aspect of it that is a little bit on the extreme.
Which aspect do you think is regular? With which aspect of modern femininity do you identify with?
Well, I like the aspect where, with this idea that men and women are equal, and we have the equal rights, and women can vote, all these good beneficial rights that women have.
Okay. Yes.
It's still important to have those, but and also the ability to work and choose, different lifestyles, if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, or like we work, but we don't have to, for those who can actually have alternatives. And we don't have to be stay-at-home moms either, because we have the opportunity to work and go to school and you
Yes.
know do so much.
Okay. So you agree with first wave feminism, like the right to vote, the right
Yeah,
to go to study, what
yeah,
actually have already began in the West in the 19th century. So the right to become a doctor, the right to study, the right to become a lawyer, the right to exercise the same jobs as men, later on equal pay for equal job. Yes, no, I agree
exactly.
with that. All women, we all agree with that, and we all have benefited from that, thanks to the almighty or whatever you call him.
Exactly.
Thanks to those women, yes, of course. Um, my problem with the fourth wave feminism that started in the 2010 is not even a fourth wave. It began before. It's the fact that they are negating our biological identity to us, to women, actually. What do I mean with it? They want to, in my eyes, I have the impression that they want to reduce us to beings, to beings, to take away what makes us women women, to take our biology again. So they want to erase
Yeah.
us. They want to erase our biology, our sex, our being. So it's like there is no difference between men and women. Actually, it began with Simone de Beauvoir, actually, the French philosopher.
Philosopher. Yeah.
Yes, that she said, "You're not born a woman. Society makes you a woman. You're not born a woman. Society makes you a woman." With which to me is other BS. With all respect for her and her, her name and whatever she did, but the thing is, like, it's not true because because societies all over the world are different, and one thing is common, and it is the gender, the biological gender role. You're a man, and this is a woman that complement each other. So it's not that the society has made us men and women, but biology has made us men and women. The roles, some roles, societal roles given to men and women are, of course, based on the society, but not our intrinsic biological roles, I will call them. So, yes, I do feel that modern feminism is reducing us, is taking away from us, wants to take away our our biology from us, and that is not helping women. That's Yes, Christina. There are waves of feminism. Yes, the
Yeah.
different feminist movements.
So,
Yes.
by taking away the biology of women, are we talking about the transgender movement?
Also, we're talking about everything.
Okay.
We're talking about everything. The binary, non-binary, all that BS that I don't
Yeah.
identify with, that I think is being pushed on us, and it's not beneficial on us. It's not beneficial for women. Not at all. Crazy
Yeah.
boy. Yes,
Yeah.
we're talking about everything. And
Yeah.
of
Well, I
course you
think,
can't disagree, yeah?
yeah. No, I mean, I pretty much agree. There's so many, movements about different things that kind of does, it's there to kind of remove, what makes a man and a woman, and just to make it more natural, well, neutral between the sexes. And it becomes very confusing because you no longer, you just start thinking like, what is it that makes a man, and what is it that makes a woman, because they come up with all these definitions and
Mhm.
explanations, and then it just becomes very
They
confusing.
they
Yeah.
come with ideologies.
Yeah.
Ideologies. They come with dogmas, with theories. I can have my own theory. You can have yours, but biology is there. It's stronger than us. It's stronger than us. It is what it is. It's biology. So we can have and form and create all ideologies that you want to, um, theories, whatever you want to, but people stay people. And if you remove our personal beliefs, religious beliefs, you remove all, like society rules and values, you remove them from us, and you put all human beings together, we're still the same. Or we can move. You can, the nature thing. Like, you can be a boy born in Saudi Arabia or in Chicago or in Peru. Some things will be, of course, cultural, but other things are just biology. There's just biology. And of course, not all women are created the same, equal, or have the same characteristics, but neither are men. But what makes women and men is not based on societies or social rules. It's based on biology and who we are. Because in every society, the men are the providers. They are the chasers. They are like the ones that protect the community and women, you know, and women are the ones that take care of the children. They also work, because to me it's a myth that women are not working. Women work since day one, because staying at home is not being an employee, as my mom always says. Is You're not an employee, but you work. You have a lot of work. That's a full-time job forever. So, and of course, when they live in a village, they work on working the ground, agriculture, and all that stuff. It's not that they're chilling in their houses doing anything, waiting for their men to provide them or to give them the paycheck. So, what does Christina says? In the family, yes, crazy boy. They did. Some feminists did burn churches, but not all of them. It's always like the most spectacular things that that get attention. But they did fight a lot against their family. They were shown from their family. In all society, you have those women that are very rebellious, that want the same rights. They were fighting for the same rights, not for privileged ones. And nowadays, I think that many of those feminists, what they want is not equal rights, because we very much in the West have equal rights, but it's more, sometimes I think, do they want some privileges or something, or want they be angry just to be angry, or is it just more a political movement, in the sense always have something to complain about, to make that your job, to be invited to conferences, to write a book. It's more a business. I think they're capitalizing on it, so they can always have something to talk about, something to sell. Again, online seminary nowadays, maybe sell their books, workshops, and all that stuff, and be relevant. So to me, that's their job. That's their job. Be conferencist and all of that. Of course, you always have something to fight. Equality is never given. You have to take it and maintain it. But I think in the West, they are actually kind of overreacting sometimes, I believe, because nowadays, yes.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty equal here in the West. We have many equal rights and equal opportunities. Yes, there
Mm-hmm.
is this constant debate about equal pay between a man and a woman, but honestly, I feel like um, that will always be a thing. And even
Mm-hmm.
if a man is paid, a little bit more, the woman is still paid what she's supposed to be paid.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
That thing,
I
yeah.
I kind of feel like sometimes these extreme feminists, they always find something to complain about, and oftentimes when they debate with men, it comes off as very angry, and like they want to take like they want to retaliate against men for the things they have done in the past, and
Yes.
the history of the mistreatment women have gone through for centuries and centuries, and you know
It's true. It's true. And that's over. No man in this world right now is guilty of anything that happens in the past. And I don't think, I'm sure, come on, that the majority of men in our surroundings do not agree at all with what happened maybe one generation ago, not even two or three. They do not agree at all. Another remark that I have against the fourth wave modern feminism is also that continuous debate about equal pay for equal job, which must be, and generally it is here in the West, but we can never earn the same when we work less. In the Netherlands, the majority of women over 30 or when they have children work part-time. That's a general rule. They work part-time, more than 50% actually, which in France is not at all the case. Here in Belgium, more or less 20 to 30% of women work part-time when they have little children. So usually they take Wednesdays or a half day free, and they work like 80%, not even 50%, but that's a general rule. Of course, when you have a business and you employ several people and one works all the full time and the other one doesn't, who's going to grow faster and further? Who's going to earn more? So we have to take that kind of things into account. And I don't think, I am just I am convinced that they hold that truth. They don't say that to women, to keep their support, to have something to be angry about, to have something, to talk about, and to be in a position of power as well, because talking about that kind of stuff and being invited to several conferences and all this stuff gives you political power. You're like an intellectual mind that is sought after, that is taken into consideration when those topics and those conversations are going to be held. So it's part of their job. They're very entrepreneurial, those people. But anyways, that's another case. I was again derailing. The thing is, when you have a population, half of the population, women, work part-time, they can never grow as fast as men in the corporate world. That's one, and they can never make it the same. Another thing is that men work very dangerous jobs that we women refuse to do. More men work as the garbage man. Is that how you call it? How you say it? They work like, when they're making the streets, the highways. I have never seen a woman doing that. It's a very dangerous job, and those men make even more money than people with a university degree because it's very risky. And I, I'm so supportive that they they earn a lot because I'm not doing that job. Whatever you can pay me whatever, but I'm not doing that job. I'm not going to put my life in danger, trying to fix a highway. I will never do that. So why not? So they can earn more. I have a safer job, it's behind the computer, can be mentally exhausted, but my life is not really in risk. And also today they have a continuous attack on men. It's like men have to be ashamed of being men. Men are seen as violators, as like aggressors, and all of stuff. All the negative characteristic of somebody are put in on men. Like they're oppressors, you're this, you're that. So sometimes I'm very confused because who raised those men that you're talking about? Generally women, and it's like they're come on, like they're all rapists and all that stuff. I just can't, because if you are a woman, you have a boy, you have a child, and it's a boy, you will be constantly worried about what's going to happen to that boy. Its reputation can be ruined also very fast because you can say anything and society will already judge you. Oh yes, you did this. You're misogynistic or whatever.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree that there are many factors to why men earn more than women. And also,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's like that over where you live, but where I live here, many people are, how do you say, are in sick leave. Is that correct?
Yes, I
So,
understand what you say. Yeah.
yeah, so they don't even So many people are like absent from work for, many months and weeks and days. And
Oh,
oftentimes those people are women, which is something that I've noticed. So
okay.
even that is another reason to why, more men earn more, because, they work more and they're more present. And yeah, women oftentimes have kids and they have, health problems and other, reasons to why they don't work as much.
Radical Latino says something, my one of my favorite trolls, but sometimes I agree with him. Radical Latino says many times women don't negotiate their wages, and I think it's true. We don't negotiate it enough, I guess. It depends which kind of women. More alpha women. I can tell a story about that. Yes, I agree with you, Radical Latino. Why it has happened to me also, and two, I will tell you a story. It also depends of the ambition, the attitude of women, because one of my jobs that I had, we were a team of 7 people, and the youngest of us was the manager and was a woman, and she also made the most money of us, even more than a girl, a woman that had how long, 16 years of experience. It was like, but she's, like the one that she wanted, well, actually, well, that's another story, but that kind of people who want to become, the team leader and after the manager and the director, and they're very competitive and all that stuff, and have this certain attitude, more hormones, and they want to fight everyone and all that stuff. So I know some of those women, they earn a lot of money, and I have also learned from their attitude in work, and they're actually the same as men. Those women managers in the corporate world, I'm talking about, that they have the same attitude as men. So when I know it will sound like, oh, you hate yourself, hater, you hate your own gender. Those women in the corporate, in the executive board, they are as crazy as those men, as competitive as those men, as ruthless as those men. It's like more about the character, the ambition, the competitiveness that they have inherent innately, actually. And those women, they earn a lot of money because they truly know their worth. They work very hard, but they also know their worth, and they're more career based. They're always working, and all that stuff. They are the same as those men. When you're on the table with those people, it's like it's crazy. It's war between them and all. It's the same mentality. That's why sometimes I have problem with that. Oh, there aren't enough women in position of power. Yeah, but some women don't want that kind of power, and people that are at that level, it's regardless of gender, it's because of their character. I've seen that. And another thing, like in the judicial world, there are more women than men, at least in this country and Belgium. And in the Netherlands, you have more women that are judges, more women that are what Americans call DA, or the DA. I don't know if you have another word for that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And here in Norway, we actually have many, many women in leader positions. Even in political parties, majority of the leaders are women.
Vance is a woman as well, I guess. I don't know. So, but also the judicial world is filled with women. It's full of women. A lot of lawyers, DA. They're operating more of their masculine energy. Yes, of course, Christina. Yes, yes. And those women have a lot of masculine energy. They're always fighting. They love to fight. To me, fighting
Yes,
is actually
a
exhausting.
lot of masculine energy.
Yes,
The
yes, they
argument a
do.
lot.
Oh my gosh, they're so exhausting. Especially when you're like me. Actually, I'm very sweet and easygoing. But the thing is, like, you can and I'm I have zero tolerance. I don't that's crazy. I'm cool. I'm cool, sweet, easygoing, but I'm also very impatient and intolerant to BS. It's like, come on. Come on. Why do you have to be like that? They love to fight. They love fighting. They love power. It gives them energy. Those natural leaders are like that. I work with those people. It's always the same. So and they will and they like to have those goals regardless what and regardless who it's in their way. So it's not only men, it's also women that are like that. Some women are like that. And in the legal world, a lot of women work, more women go to university or to law school, as in the system is in the US. So more women have a law degree, and many of them also do a PhD. However, many of them do not continue in the academical world, nor the research world or the top legal, the top American law firms and that kind of law firms, because it's very competitive. And when women have children, generally in their 30s, 35, they care more about their family than their career. So it's obvious that you're not going to make it to a partner when you dedicate more time to your family than your job. It's business. It's business. If I have my job, whatever job it is, whatever company it is, and I see that you work longer and perform more hours or whatever, and your outcome is great, then I am going to raise you. I'm going to make you evolve in that company. I'm going to reward your effort because you're making me rich. You're making me more money than someone that works part time. It's logic. It's business. People always look after the money. It's always money. It's never like people don't think about businesses don't think about ideologies and all that stuff. They think about their money. That's it. That's a capitalistic world. It's about that money. Radical Latino, you want to join? Sometimes job titles, yeah, get overblown by egos. Yes, but those alpha women are rare, but they do get judged and stereotyped as bossy. They are bossy. They are bossy. The thing is, as I'm telling you, in my career, I have seen that. You have men. Oh my god, I don't like to talk about my private life, but here I go. In the same group, for example, that I was saying that that girl that was the youngest of all of us and had was actually the leader. She was like the most ambitious. She was really the alpha male of it, like the most bright of the brightest person of all of us was a guy, super intelligent. I mean, like when you're intelligent in everything. I used to call him Einstein. He was the one that he and another one. He even made less money than me, and I was younger, had less experience than him, and all this stuff. He made or almost the same. Then he got a raise. No, actually, I got a raise and he didn't. Yeah, so when we changed manager, he did had a raise. At that time, we had also alpha manager, woman, alpha male, woman, male energy manager, whatever you want to call it. But he was like, he's that kind of person, like, as long as I earn enough for my family, myself, my children, I'm okay with it. But that guy was super hardworking, and he was also very brilliant, but he didn't care a lot about money. I'm Dominican. I care a lot about my money. I do care a lot about my well-earned money, of course, but it has to do with the personality. I've been seeing that because before I was in the labor world, I also thought that we women made less money than men and that we were victims of the system and that kind of stuff, until I was like in the corporate world, and then I saw the reality of it. I was like, oh, okay, so it's not as they have been telling us. The reality is different. And that's my conclusion. It has to do with character. And I don't know why I always have more success with male managers and male colleagues than with that type of alpha female colleague
Oh my gosh.
and
You know what?
managers. Oh yes, why?
You know what? I also prefer male managers or bosses instead of female bosses. I don't know why, but I just have a better chemistry with the men.
Yes, me too. Me too. Even though there are some alpha male, it's kind of different. They're not very
Yeah.
mean or as mean to women than to with other men, but women sometimes like, oh, women don't want to work for other women, but I think that they get more personal and sometimes
Yeah.
attacking with stuff. Yes, but I don't like to work neither with alpha female managers nor with man alpha female managers, but certainly not like the alpha female or even male type of colleagues at the same level. I cannot handle it. I can't. I'm cool, but don't go too far. Don't go too far. Yes, because most women are catchy with each other. Men tend to get emotional. Yeah. Two times don't. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I totally agree with you. And we tend to be. Personally, I'm that way, and I have seen that in other women as well. We tend to be angry for a longer time than men. Yeah, with men it's like whoa, and then it's okay. Yeah, and they're more straightforward with stuff. Yes. Yeah, I've seen that. But yes, I do prefer working with chill people. And I don't know, I think that those alpha females, yes, they are also very emotional sometimes when and they like to use the power, just, use the power. Just for the power. I don't know. But those are the type of personality that are actually at the executive or managerial level, and it has to do with personality and the company's image and that kind of stuff. Those people are mirror images of each other. Men and or women, they're mirrored images of each other, in my opinion. Radical, do you want to join or not? Dime. Is my image frozen or not? High
Yes,
profile
it
woman.
does. It freezes sometimes.
Oh, okay, fine. Why? Let me do this. No. Oh, why? Mm. Sorry for my smacking. High profile women tend to be around high profile men. They have reachable and acceptable standards. Yes, it's true because you date and marry people that are around you. That's normal. That's why doctors, male doctors and female doctors, are each other's partner, or nurses and all that stuff. You hang around those people. If you are a doctor, you won't. It's not very likely that you will marry a stripper. Okay, you can go to a
Of
stripper.
course.
You can go to a strip. You know, um, I don't know if you. That's. I mean, like in college, you meet each other, you form a couple, or in your professional world. Um, when I worked as well, they had some. Actually, there is a rule like you don't put your pen in the company's end, but it happens a lot. I have a friend colleague, yes, and she lives, like we're all. Ay, Dios mío, se me cayó esta desgracia. Cancel. Sorry. Did you see the fall? Yeah, give me a few things, mental aspects of it also. Princess, do you hear me? No.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Why is this internet so slow? Oh. So, so some of my colleagues have married actually. Some. I know some couple in the company that I used to work for. So it's normal. You hang around with each other the whole day, so you will make friends and and associate on a romantic level if you're single. So, yes, in college when you're studying, you meet each other as well. However, when you're single afterwards, you will meet your future partner regularly in the places that you frequent the most. It's yeah. If you're, I don't know, if you work as how you say garçon in English, like
Yeah.
over, like an
Um.
over in a restaurant, you're
Oh,
not
you
going.
mean like a waiter?
Yeah, yeah, waiter, thank you, or a
Yeah.
waitress. When you're a woman, it's different. But when you're a man, I mean, like you're not really going to marry an engineer of the NASA, so it makes sense. Yeah, give me. Princess, what do you think about the no? How, do you think that nudity is really empowering? What do you think about that?
I didn't hear the last thing I didn't. Can you repeat it again?
Ah, sorry, femininity.
Okay, femininity.
Yes.
Um, I mean, yes, if it's used correctly,
Oh,
and if
sorry,
people.
sorry. Nudity, femininity
Oh,
is is the
nudity.
next topic. Sorry, nudity.
Okay.
Nudity, web video, and just
Oh,
being, yeah, you know,
showing some skin.
showing your body. Yes.
Me personally, I've never been the type of girl to like showing off in that way. So I don't really care for it that much, but I know that for other girls, women,
Yeah.
they find it more empowering.
Mm-hmm.
But I just, I feel like it's well, in my honest opinion, I don't really find it that empowering because women have always been subjugated to objectification and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and they have been overly sexualized for many, many years. So I feel like by you being a woman and showing yourself in that kind of way, you are kind of giving more power to that problem. If you know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I understand that some women like to think that they're working against it, but I feel like they're not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. You dropped two very interesting terms or concepts: the objectification of. Send me the link. I sent you the link, man. There, the link is there. Radical Latino. That's the link. Princess, can you send him the link if he doesn't see it, please? It's there, Radical. So, and sexualization of women, or objectification and sexualization, is true, but at the same time, don't you think that women sexualize themselves? Don't you think that we sexualize ourselves? You always say, "Oh my gosh, men
I
are
mean,
sexualizing us." Hmm?
yeah, women do
Hmm?
sexualize themselves.
Hmm. What's the difference when a man does and when we do it?
Well,
Why, when a man does sexualize us, it's misogynistic or objectification, and when we do it ourselves, it's empowering.
well, I feel like because, the man is in control of the image, I guess. And when a
Hmm.
woman does it on her terms, it's on her terms. So she chooses if she wants to sexualize herself and how she wants to, while the man, it's kind of like a power thing.
Hmm.
So, so like in those rap videos, when the males are the main ones rapping while they have a bunch of women just twerking, like
Mm-hmm.
it can be viewed as very misogynistic. But with the WAP video, they view it as empowering because it's women taking control over their bodies and
Exactly.
sexuality, and they do what they want, and it's on their terms, on their own commands. A man didn't tell them to do this, but at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, I feel like they're still doing it for the male gaze,
Of
regardless.
course.
So I don't know. It's kind of
Yes.
contradicting,
Yes.
but at the same time, I can understand why women sexualizing themselves is not seen as that degrading and misogynistic as much.
Yes. Yes, exactly. I agree with you. When women sexualize themselves, it's on their own terms, and when men do it, they have the power. That's a keyword, the power. It's on their term. They choose. They have control over the image. However, I think again that's the thing that people try to speak about and to make a controversy of it. Even if the results is the same, what is angering some feminist women is a power. Even if the results is the same, because we do it also for women because we're very competitive about that. That's our biology. We want to compete. We want to look the best, have the best body, and all that stuff to have the best male for us. But we do it also for the men to, our competition, but also we want their attention. I do believe that nudity can be empowering because it creates a momentum. It creates the momentum based on the attention that you get, because you cannot avoid nudity. Like men, women, everybody that breathes will look at you. So when you have that attention on you, that focus, you make that momentum doing, like you have that momentum to say whatever you want to make your point. And also the sexualization of women or of nudity is also very cultural, because we see it here in the Western world based on our Catholic or Christian values and all that stuff that come from the Middle East, because Christianity comes from what's now called Israel, what some people forget. So we have those Middle Eastern Christian values about nudity, because those nudity terms or sexualization and objectification are not the same in the Amazon or in some African tribes or Amazonic or Pacific Islander tribes, where women are half naked during the day. Of course, their breasts, their hips are, or they show a bit of their fertility and all that stuff, but they're not as sexualized as here. If a man in Saudi Arabia looks at your hands and your legs, he'll be turned on, I guess. Not here in the West. So I will wrap it up because I want to give Radical Latino a chance. Is I just it can be empowering. It can be powerful. No, that's a word. It can be powerful. I think that nudity, female nudity, can be powerful to make a statement. I agree. If you want to walk naked, you can do it. I have no problem with that. I love naked black and white pictures. I'm a nudity fan. Black and white artistic pictures. I love that, and you can get attention, make your points. But I don't think it's very empowering, because people will still sexualize you. You're sexualizing yourself, and men are sexualizing at the end of the day. Even if it's on your term or on men's term, the outcome is the same. Radical Latino,
Hey, what's up? Thank you for having me.
what's up? Thank you for joining. What do you have to say? Tell me.
About nudity.
Yes,
Um, well,
or
I
the on
think
top. Yeah.
I think you covered most of the parts that I agree with. I believe nudity, if it's done artistfully, it's empowering. In an artistful way. Black and white photos, opera, paintings,
Yes.
sculptures.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, the just the aesthetic of a female body
Mm-hmm.
is very engaging to the eye, especially
Yes, I agree.
if it's done right. Um,
Peacefully. Yeah.
but I don't think nudity of a female or a male on itself, without the artistful taste, is empowering to anybody, because nudity, I believe, it should be done with somebody. It should be something special. It should be something, you know um you know gifted. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It should be something that,
Earned.
you're earned. Both parties, have already a connection and an established relationship, foundation. And nudity is just the next step to that. I don't think women walking around with their breast exposed is something empowering. Some people will say that is, and they can make an argument for that. But I believe the women who do say that is, are putting themselves in the position to be objects instead of actually being heard and valued.
Okay. Damn, you sound so conservative. Earned. It must be you, radical Latino. You, oh my gosh, you sound so conservative. I cannot believe it. So, don't you think it's more a cultural thing? What you explained. It should unity should be earned, gifted between two people that know each other and all that stuff, and that women put themselves on
Um,
a risk, to be objectified, but they're not asking you to objectify them. They're being them. They're being existing, living.
yeah,
They're being.
I think being objectified is up to the individual. Um, I live in America, so our cultural differences are somewhat similar, but also different. From the east to the west. But I think that men are still men at the end of the day. Um, Being objectified as to a woman from a man's eyes, again, it comes as an individual perspective. But I
Mm-hmm.
I am going to draw the line and say most men will objectify a woman if they do see them in a provocative pose, as in, walking around nude, putting themselves in exposing positions and vulnerable positions. Is that
Mm-hmm.
right? Is that right? No, it's not right. um should those men actually stop and think before they do something? Of course. um but also, we have to learn the society that we live in. It takes two to tango. I'm not saying that we should be blaming the woman and putting herself in that
Mm-hmm.
position, but you should also know what comes with that attention. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know what you mean, and I kind of agree with it, in the sense that, of course, you're exposing yourself out there. However, men should know from little on that, yes, radical sounding so calm and so smart.
Hey, you guys are crazy.
No, I will make my point, but I will write something down that I wanted to tell you always, but I always forget, and it's about your voice. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, they're exposing them out there. However, they should learn that they cannot touch them regardless.
Yeah.
Never touch them. That's the thing. Don't touch them. They're not asking you to be touched,
Talking about-
because, of course, we have here some standards. Like, okay, she's wearing a mini skirt, no problem. But if somebody from the Middle East is here, so many of those men, they actually believe like she's asking to be touched. She's asking to be disrespected. I will tell you a personal story. It was 2011 summer in Belgium, in Antwerp, and I was wearing shorts. in the subways. And two guys that were even born here in Belgium from North African origin, they were kind of disrespecting me, like, yeah, I want your phone number or whatever. They're not the kind of men, those two, that have enough when you say no thank you, no thank you, don't bug me, whatever. They continue, and when you go away, they call you, I say that because YouTube is very strict. Um,
H, the H.
H,
The,
yeah, they call you a whore and all that stuff. They insult you a lot. So, and one of them, he touched my bumps. I'm like, what the heck? I cannot fight with men, but my instinct, I pushed them. And it was like, what the heck? And I just insult them. Go back to your goddamn country, to your fucking damn camels, and your whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't respect, you have to respect me. I don't respect ladies, women like you who wear shorts and all that stuff. So, and my white savior came. A white savior that works at the DA department. It was an old guy in his 50s, and it's like, yeah, when you're there like, let's say the court, you guys are like, oh, sorry, sorry, I didn't mean to do that, it was not my fault, all that stuff. So, the point was, actually, I'm derailing again, it's like sometimes it's, of course, it's very cultural, but men all over the world have to know that you cannot touch a woman regardless what she's wearing. It doesn't matter. You can objectify her in your thoughts, like, oh my gosh, she's so cool, oh, she's so sexy, she's so fine, and you can say nasty words in your head, but not touching her, never. And when she says, don't bug me, don't talk to me, they should understand that as well.
Yeah,
you know
I think there's plenty, there's a couple of things happening here. First of all, a woman could be 100% naked. That does not give you the right to, you know, touch her whatsoever. You know what I mean? Is it right for her to be naked? Obviously not. But that still does not give you the right to touch her.
If she is on a nude beach, then yes.
No, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But settings is important. If you're in a strip club, obviously the setting calls for that. Yeah, go right ahead. There's different rules for different things. But when you're out here in society, you don't act like a pig. Now, there's certain men out here who I don't even know how they were raised, but they were raised with a lack of confidence to talk to women. So they think being this is your channel, I'm not trying to get it shut down, a-hole is the right way. That's what women like, because they hear some of these pickup artists saying, well, if you're too nice, women are going to reject you. No, stop. They think that approaching women aggressively is another way of doing it. No. So some of these men so happen to be the bad representation of us men out here. Now I'm gonna tell you something. In New York City, there was a thing that was happening within, I'm gonna say 2015 to 2017, 17, 18. There was a thing happening where a bunch of older men were grabbing women inappropriately when the train was getting packed. So, for example, during rush hour, the train would literally get packed like sardines. Everybody is back to back. And this would be the opportunity for some of these older men. And when I say older, I mean like around late 40s, early 60s. They will find the opportunity to either fondle these women, rub their junk on these women, and
my God.
Listen, I'm not a woman, but just putting myself in that shoes, that will be so uncomfortable for me. So what some women will do, what was doing, putting their tying their jacket around their waist, you know what I mean, things like that, just to stop it. But it got so bad that it broke news, and there was undercover cops in certain, train stations and stuff, just in case these type of things happen. One day I was on time in Times Square, taking the train, going back to the Bronx. If anybody doesn't
Mm-hmm.
know what Times Square is, that's in Manhattan.
I know.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I was in the train.
Beautiful New York.
Yeah,
Yeah.
less than 10 minutes of being inside the train. Mind you, it's packed. It's rush hour. People are going back home. Less than 10 minutes. Puerto Rican lady. She's like, "What are you doing?" And this older guy, what literally had his like rubbing his junk because she was right as her bum was right next to him. And obviously, as non-white women, some non-white women are shaped a little bit more voluptuous than others.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he felt that was appealing, so he was doing whatever he was doing, thinking that she wasn't going to notice, and she noticed, and she made a scene. Less than like what a second later, undercover cop went there, and harassment charges or whatever the case is. But either way, I saw that and I was like, what in the world? And this, even though I knew about it, but this introduced me to the world of creeps, because there are
Mm-hmm.
creeps out here, and we have to understand
A
that there
lot.
are certain men who think that because they're men, they could get away with
Mm-hmm.
certain things just because a woman
Mm-hmm.
is dressing a certain way. Just because a woman is dressing a certain way does not invite you to do whatever you want to them.
I agree. Word. And even though you're not dressed very inviting, they're like that. Those men are the problem, actually,
Yeah.
and not, yeah, because even like all women, we have all experienced that some type of that kind of aggression, and that counts for all women of all ethnicities, religion, and races, or whatever you want to call it, nationalities. Because yeah, even like like it's just really regular clothes on and jeans, you have many women have experienced that. I What you described, I have been, yeah, I have experienced it as well. Radical Latina, what I wanted to say about your voice, it has nothing to do with the topic, but I need to say it, otherwise I will forget it. And it is, you should do, you should audition or do something with your voice when you're very annoying in Christina's channel. When you're screaming and you have your annoying voice, oh
Uh-huh.
my gosh, it should be like in a movie, like this friend who's trolling you and it's super annoying, you have that voice. Or in children's movies, how you call them, um dibujos
Uh,
animados,
yeah, 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 yeah,
muñequitos,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that kind of
Voiceover.
things in English.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
voiceover. Yeah,
should do that. Like
that's
you're like the
funny.
annoying friend, you have the best voice for it, for real. For real, like that laugh, that laugh,
That's funny.
that laugh, oh my
That
god.
is hilarious.
No, man, you have that talent. Oh, for real, for real. Like sometimes I hate you. You're not
Yeah.
you. Your comments. I'm like, oh my god, here he goes again.
No,
But
I do that to the people I enjoy. So like Christina, I'm cool
you're
with
and the
Christina.
blonde wig.
Yeah, when I'm cool with Christina. I like to annoy her.
Yeah,
Princess, the same thing.
yeah,
And
yeah.
when I
I
saw
know.
I saw that you were here, I was like, you know what? Let me just be stupid.
No,
I
I
do that to
know.
the people I like watching and stuff like that. If I
I
don't
know.
annoy you,
You don't mind.
if
You
I
don't
don't
mind.
if I don't say anything stupid, then that means that I'm not cool
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you.
I know. I know. That's your Dominican blood there.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I
That's your
really,
Dominican
I
blood.
really do think that's what it is. And funny thing is,
Yes.
you're not the first one that told me I'm annoying. And
I know.
I've read this in birthday cards and everything.
Like that annoying voice, and always like putting some how you call it, how you say that in English, something to the fire, to make things worse, and make people angry and all that stuff. I think
Feel
that's your
feel to the
Dominican blood.
feel to the
Yeah,
fire.
feel to
Yeah.
the fire. You're amazing at that. You're amazing at that. And like your voice and your laugh, oh my gosh. And some like your at the moment created punchlines, I think that's the Dominican blood in
Yeah.
you, and you should capitalize on it. I am so sure. Maybe something like a bank. idea bank or something like that exists, you
Yeah.
should do that kind of things in Hollywood. For real, you have that talent. I truly hope that you can capitalize
Out
that.
of nowhere, I'm like, hi. No, 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 no. But that's funny. Let's see. I don't know. Let's
Do
see.
it because I believe in that. I have
Let's
an eye
see.
for talent. You should do that. So, Princess
Yes.
Christina. Now, Christina doesn't want to join. She's like, she's so tired of that last 8 hour life. I understand. What do you do? You have something to add, or should we move on to the next topic? Or
Move
maybe,
on.
Radical, as you didn't, you know, gave your opinion, but do you want to say something about the new wave of feminism, the fourth wave of
Um,
feminism, modern feminism? What do you think about that? I know what's happening.
I'm gonna talk about it as an American point of view. I don't know how it
Mm-hmm.
is in Europe.
It's not as bad, but it's getting. We have a lot globalization. We have a lot of American influence here
oh
every day,
All
even
I'm
more and
gonna
more.
say, all I'm gonna say is here where I live, I
yeah,
don't know what is happening to the men, but I feel like women are doing so much more.
yeah.
Yes,
Um,
yes. In Scandinavia, I truly don't understand those women. They have all the power. If there is
yeah,
one place in the world where men and women are equal, 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 it's Scandinavia. And
Yeah,
still, those women find time and everything to complain. I just don't get it.
yeah,
yeah.
I don't
I
get
just
it
don't get
either,
it,
to be honest.
guys.
I
Truly.
on the whole feminism thing, I believe it was started with good intentions. As
Yes.
okay, I'm gonna say this. Every group starts with good intentions, and then it goes off the rails. If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You could literally look throughout history. Even certain gangs start with good intentions,
The majority.
protecting the
Yeah. The
neighborhood.
neighborhood, the mafia, or so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, protecting certain
Yakuza.
families,
Yeah,
helping the
certain group.
families.
The weaker group, yes.
Yeah, and then it takes a couple of people to redirect the movement, the
To
group, the
corrupt.
gang,
Yes.
and they end up corrupting the movement.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that this is
Yes.
the same thing that happened to the feminist movement. Again, it started with good intention, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel that right now has gotten to the point where it's ridiculous. I personally, and this is just my personal opinion, I could be completely wrong. If somebody wants to educate me, please do so.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that the feminist movement here in America has gotten to the point where they could literally blame a man without any proof whatsoever, and basically career suicide. You know, this person
Yes.
to the
Yes.
point where now this guy has to literally go through red tape and over fire hoops just to even prove his innocence. And when he does,
Mm-hmm.
the media doesn't cover it. The media doesn't go,
No.
"Oh, we were wrong. We're sorry. Oh my god." No,
Mm-hmm.
they'll probably put it in
Mm-hmm.
a little two-page sentences, and that's about it. And
Mm-hmm.
forever, 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 this person will be labeled whatever they were, labeled. I believe that the feminist movement now is very, very, very toxic and has moved away from the main core issue
Yes.
of women. Do women need to be
Yes.
protected? Of course they do. Are women abused more than men? Yes, of course. Do they
Mm-hmm.
need more rights and specific rights? Yes. But let's not sugarcoat and also use certain um individuals as the representation for the whole, you know what I mean, for the whole thing. And
Yes.
on top of that, certain women, I'm gonna keep it real, certain women take advantage of these certain laws out here that were
Mm-hmm.
fought by the feminist movement, and they use it
Yes.
for evil means, and it kind of
Yeah.
poisons the well, I believe. So that's what my thoughts are so far.
No, I totally agree with you. And yes, that reputation damage that you were talking about is what I meant earlier when I said if you have a son or if you're a man, it's like you have to live in fear. Of course, there are men who abuse and abuse even more, and women, as I said, are more abused than men, so we need a special protection treatment. But at the same time, um, we can say whatever we want to about a man and he's already judged by society. And I mean, that's very dangerous, of course, because some men, that's a career suicide. They will never be hired again, and they create a business. Who wants to um, do business with them?
Yeah.
As their reputation has been damaged.
Not only that, now they're saying that
Family,
there's no difference between men and women.
exactly,
And
exactly.
you look and you're like, no, there's a difference. And they say, no, there's no difference, even biologically. And
Mm-hmm.
now they're saying that gender is binary and it doesn't exist and
Oh.
all of this other stuff and
Mm-hmm.
blasey, blasey, blah. I'm like, well, if that's the case, then how come men who transition into women, which I'm not against that, let them live their
Mm-hmm.
life, but how come
Mm-hmm.
men who do that outperform women in sports to the
Exactly.
point where they beat records? So
Mm-hmm.
if gender is not that big of a deal, then
Mm-hmm.
how come these records are being beaten by men? You
Exactly.
know?
Yeah, that's a next conversation point, and it's very interesting. But about that reputation and career suicide, I will say that harassment at the workplace, you know, it's harassment when you don't like the person in power. When you like the person, because as I said earlier on in this life, that I have colleagues that have married or living with each other because they met at work. You know, I was even coupling some actually, but that's another story again. Um, it's never harassment when you like the man, when he's a cute man, when he's a man, whatever you like him for whatever reason. It's never sexual harassment. However, if it's an ugly or somebody that you don't like, it becomes harassment, and that's my problem sometimes. If a man says like, "Whoa, you look so good" or whatever, some men are afraid to give a compliment nowadays because they're afraid to be labeled as misogynist, sexist, or whatever. You know, nowadays men are okay. In the past, men have abused their position. Still, they do sometimes, but it's not that everything that a compliment one is harassment, and two, why is harassment? Why is what's labeled as harassment only when it's a man that you don't like, and never when you like the man? What's the difference? Oh my gosh, you look so beautiful today. Wow, that skirt suits you very well. Oh, blah 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 blah, and you don't go to the
Yeah.
HR or to your manager. I've seen that. I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen at the workplace married women, and there is a new consultant, and he's so hot, and we're all, oh my gosh, he looks so good, and women are competing for his attention. Even though everyone is married with children or without children, but you're still competing for his attention. But how come when another colleague with a fat belly says, "Oh my gosh, let's invent a name, Juanita. Wow, she looks so good in her black skirt." But if it's
Yeah.
you know, that's my problem with that kind of stuff. And it's like men have to be afraid of being men nowadays, and they cannot say anything, and their career and their reputation is already damaged directly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like when I used to own my own gym, I had a trainer,
Cool.
a female trainer that I ended up finding out she ended up liking me. I didn't even know it. So I think it was one time she came to the office and she goes, mind you, she's a trainer, so she should know how to work out. And she
Mm-hmm.
comes to the office and tells me, "Hey, I seen your leg routine. I think me and you should work out." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, not a problem." And she has
Mm-hmm.
leggings on, and she turns around and she's like, "Yeah, I'm trying to grow my butt." And then she's like, she got he's turned around and kind of bent over slightly so I can see
Mm-hmm.
it. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's nice. Well, let's see what we can
Okay.
do, you know? And I'm like, let's see what we
Mm.
can do. And mind you, this is my, this is my job. This is my place. I hired you. So why, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so in those type of situations, I'm like, in those type of situations and knowing the whole Me Too movement thing, man,
Yeah.
I am, I speak, I speak like they're undercover cops. I'm like, yes, ma'am, I am definitely
Ah.
going to go here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so it's,
Well,
it's weird, but I know exactly what you mean. Like,
mm-hmm.
I felt like speaking to women, especially in my business, I had to walk on eggshells because
Eggshells.
I didn't know how their character or how their personality is because
Mm-hmm.
any little small thing say, "Oh, I like your shoes," you know.
Yes,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, exactly. Yes, and I've been seeing that since the last years a lot. Like men are very very careful now, and it's always sexual harassment or I didn't like his comment when he's ugly when you don't like him, but when you like that guy, oh my gosh, it's everything is well and women are competing and all that stuff. And also, but this is Hollywood. I don't care about celebrities, but still, what happened with Jada, Will, and this guy, if it would be, if it would have been Will Smith and not Jada, oh Lord, you know, who slept with that guy, with that child.
yeah, yeah.
If it was a girl and it was Will, oh Dios mío, the hell would have gotten loose. Boom.
Hmm.
So yeah, men. Crazy Boy says, Crazy Boy 190. Men are never going to get equal parenting rights. Well, here in Europe, in Scandinavia, they have. Princess, I think in Scandinavia they have equal parenting rights, isn't it? I guess so.
Um, yeah, I think, yeah.
The majority of countries there, yes. Not in Belgium, nor Spain, or the Mediterranean countries, not at all. But I think maybe, yeah, I think almost for sure, or maybe 90% in Scandinavia. But other countries, not at all. No, men
So
have.
the, no, sorry.
No, no. Say something. Yes, yes. Say
No,
what you
I
want to
just wanted
say.
to ask, what's the, so the women get to have the kids, or how's the rules over there in the South?
When they divorce.
Yeah.
But actually, in the whole world is generally women who get the kids.
Okay.
Because they're better at raising children. They take they're more responsible with money. Blah blah blah. Unless there is a problem, but that's a general thing. Like the majority of countries, it's women. Of course, not in North Africa, in El Maghreb, and the Middle Eastern, because it's a religious thing, it's generally men that get the children, sometimes women, but that's more a religious thing. But in other countries, generally, it's a woman that gets the children. Or it's like 50-50, or like 1 weekend with me, 1 weekend with you, 1 week here. They're very rules, but women are the ones that raise the children generally. Um, um, that topic there, Radical Latino, about since there aren't any genders anymore, since everything is so fluid, those people, Dios mío, I hate it. Yes, exactly. Why is this desire to be able to be or to become a woman and to participate in women sports or whatever, to be in women's spaces, not
Yeah,
cis women but women's spaces, since gender is something that the society has made, since that doesn't exist, since you cannot put people into boxes, since everything's so fluid. Why that obsession? Why can't you create your whatever lane and space and compete and be there and shine? there.
Um, I to be honest with you, I think is the whole inclusivity aspect of it. Um, they've gotten to a point, and when I say they, I mean the feminists and LGBTQA whatever people.
GTP plus.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. They've gotten to a point where everything needs to be included. I get it, but I think if it's gotten ridiculous. Um, if you're transgender, I have no issue with that. I could care less. Do what you got. That doesn't affect my life. The
Mm-hmm.
only thing I have an issue with, and let's keep it real, the only thing I have an issue with is when it's in sports. That's the only thing I have an issue with. That's
Mm-hmm.
about it. Because if you've been living as a male for, let's just say, I'm just going to put a number out there, 25 years, and then you decide that I'm going to actually start living my life as a female. Not saying that being transgender is a decision. I'm not saying that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying you're deciding to live that type of lifestyle. And
Mm-hmm.
then from there, you decide the year after, I'm going to compete in sports. For 25 years already, your muscle density, your bone structure, your fast twitch muscle connections have all already adapted as a male. And to compete with women, that is an unfair playing field. Sports is supposed to be an equal playing field. That's the reason why there's different weight classes. And
Mm-hmm.
there's separation within sports, and there's also separation within gender. The fact I see, this is how I see it. I see all the rights that women were fighting for going away because when now men are saying, now I'm women too, they're going to start getting those same rights that it was supposed to be for women, and it dilutes the whole movement. It
Exactly.
dilutes the fight. So it gets to a point to say, then what's the point of having a feminist movement in the first place? It doesn't make sense.
Sense.
It even gets to the point where now men in America could go to the DMV without question and change their sex in their ID, to the point if they do get arrested, if they get arrested legally, they have to go to a female prison. A 250-pound, 6-foot man putting female on his ID will now be considered legally a female in prison. Now certain um there are certain lawsuits from the state to certain individuals who've gotten to prison who are men, and they say that they were women who've gotten some women prisoners pregnant. And there's cases out there that they're being sued by the city. So again, this is a whole cluster. I'm not trying to curse. It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess, and I am that aspect of it. I'm totally against. Do whatever you want to do. Identify however you want to identify. But when it starts going and painting the whole society into that little mental whatever it is, that's when
Mm-hmm.
it starts getting into something else that I'm not for.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I agree with you. Totally. Totally. What do you have to say about that, Princess?
No, I definitely agree.
Yes. I would like to add on that exactly what Christina says. All that fight has been for nothing then. It's for nothing if we are, if you're not making that separation. I am I am for whatever you do, whatever you choose that will make you happy. That your decisions don't truly affect me. If you're a man, born a man, and you want to become a woman, do you, honey? I'm here for it. I'm supporting you, of course. Same for women. However, However, as you say, and I always say, todo el mundo pelea en su peso. Like there are classes. Trans men should compete with trans men or trans women with trans women in whatever discipline they
Yeah.
exercise, they perform.
Yeah.
Is it walking, running, skiing, whatever? Even in publicity and acting world, because those crazy feminists are delusional. They don't see that they are contributing to the erasure of women.
Yeah.
If you are going to
Yep.
consider a man, somebody who was born as a man, who's trans as a woman, as the same, you are erasing yourself. You're giving your place to somebody else. So this long fight that many women had was for nothing. You're going to give it again to men, because this has also gotten my attention. Trans men, women that became men, or trans women, I don't know how you call them, they're not so loud about that. They're not claiming men's spaces
Yeah.
and all of that. So wherever that masculine energy, those hormones, or whatever of those trans men is, again, it's again about them, about men, not
Yeah.
women. You know what I mean? I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm making
There,
myself
there was
understand.
a story. I think actually it was in Europe. It was a European athlete. He decided he got into an argument with a female. I think she was into CrossFit or something like that. She basically said, men and women, there's no such thing as gender. Men and women are both have equal physiological bodies, and he said
I don't.
that makes no sense, and that is not true. So to prove his point, he went to a female weightlifting competition and registered himself as a female
Oh my god.
in Europe. And
Okay.
when he went there,
Uh-huh.
mind you, he's a competitor, right?
Yeah.
When he went there, they asked him, "How long were you training for this competition?" He said, "2 days." That's all he said. I trained for two
Two
days, and they're like,
days.
"Okay." He went in there and started breaking European records that same day, to the point where Ben Shapiro had a interview with him, and that's the reason why I know all about it. And
Okay.
it was something funny, and he basically said the reason why I did it is to prove a point. And the point
Yeah.
is, men and women physically are
Are
different.
different.
The fact that you
Yes.
are telling and believing that they're the same is
No.
irrational.
Mm-hmm.
Then that means, this is what this means. This means um that all this child support laws goes out the window.
Mm-hmm.
This means
Mm-hmm.
all these little rape and assault laws that actually help the women goes out the window.
Nothing. Mm-hmm.
So again,
Totally.
like I said before, what's the point of the fight?
Exactly. You're actively erasing yourself and your position. Like representation in the media. If those trans men equal women, or trans women equal women, okay, don't be mad when she wins a pageant, when she's modeling, when she's like on the high runways, when she's in all the magazines, when she's in movies, in films, representing you, a woman. No, they should represent trans women. I am for all kinds of inclusion, but they should represent their own gender, their own rule, their own things. You are
Yeah,
a gender, a trans, whatever. You
yeah,
represent the trans community, not women, because we are here. And also all these new tags, cis women. No, no, you are the trans woman. I am a woman, a biological woman. I mean, like,
yeah,
why all this BS, all these theories, all these ideologies? It's like somebody began to write things down, and it became uh respect theory about this, all this fluidity and all that stuff. No, you are a trans. I am a woman. I am not a cis or gender fluid or whatever, and that society cannot put me into boxes, whatever. And then you want my space, and then you want to be seen as a woman. So I find it so contradictory sometimes. I
Yeah.
just no. But they can want what they want and fight for what they want. But women, especially feminist women, should know that they are contributing to their erasure. They're contributing to the erasure of everything women have achieved
Yeah.
during for so long, and
Yeah.
it's very sad because, come on, we all are seeing that except them. I don't. I think that there hates some of those of those men truly hates men. I guess I don't
Yeah.
know because yes, I don't know why are they fighting so much to include people in their scene, in their territory that do not belong there. Those trans have also their agenda. Everybody has an agenda. They have their
Yeah.
agenda as well. So when they are in our spaces, we can't forget about women. So when people say we need more women at top levels, more women CEOs, those trans women count as well.
Mm.
More women CEOs. We have a trans
Mm.
woman, and in
Mm.
the sports stuff. Come on, a man is a man. Even fighting, come on. A seven in pounds, a 100 pounds, 150 pounds man is stronger than a 150 pounds woman. He will be stronger in anything. A strong and fast woman, a
Yeah.
very strong one and fast one, is just an average strong and fast man. So I don't know, like fighting biology is so crazy and so tiring. I just don't get
Do
it.
you do you is it also happening in in Europe where you're at?
Yeah, people are having these conversations,
Really?
but not
Um,
that, not like in on YouTube levels type. Some people you see that in
Yeah.
some debates on TV, but not really like that. I think people here are not ready for it. Or at least in Belgium, Netherlands. No, in Netherlands you have now in some shops, baby shops, or like big chains like gender neutral clothing now. They're
oh
trying
my,
to push, yeah, they're trying to do that kind of stuff. Even if the Netherlands is very, very progressive and all that stuff, they're having problems with that agenda. In Belgium, it's like no. So they're kind of talking about that in some TV programs, intellectual programs, but people are not buying it yet.
Got it.
Thankfully.
yeah. Well, here, we're not there yet, but there is a popular Norwegian YouTuber who is a transgender. He was
Mhm.
well, she was a boy, and then
Mhm.
he transformed into a woman, and yeah, he's very popular. She's very popular. I mean,
I if anybody um forgive forgive me if I'm trolling, but if
Yeah.
anybody Googles um hold on, I'm about to Gabby Garcia, she's a Brazilian, she's 100% woman. She's 100% woman, MMA
yeah,
MMA fighter. And I
yeah.
and I think she is the only one out of this whole conversation that maybe might be strong as well as a man. I think
I am
I
saying
I think she's the only one out of she's the exception to the rule. I
yes.
think you
The
know.
exception to the rule. What the
Uh,
hell is wrong?
If anybody could Google Gabby
Yeah.
Garcia,
She looks to be manly.
she
She's
is
tall.
100% a woman.
Yeah.
100% a woman.
Oh wow.
She's from Brazil, and she spent time in Japan training for MMA. And I think this is the only exception. I swear to God, the only exception where that maybe a woman is actually equal to a man
Mm-hmm.
in strength. I think that's the only thing.
Yes. Yeah, she's strong and she's tall. She's six
She
feet two.
yeah, she's 6 feet 2. She weighs 200
One
and
yeah. At
200.
35.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
35.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, she's as strong as a strong man. Yes,
Um,
but
I I
maybe.
met I met her trainer. I met her trainer, and me and him got into a conversation because I I'm gonna be 100% honest here. I didn't believe she was a woman, and he told me she's 100% a biological woman,
Wow.
and I'm
Wow.
like, where? And then, uh, but this is, again, this is from her trainer, and she and there's things online where she did go through a test and she did pass. She's
Yeah.
Wow.
is she taking other things? I don't know, but you can probably say that she is taking other things to help her along, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
that's Gabby Garcia.
Damn.
Yep.
Wow.
She's a Latina. She's a fellow Latina.
She's strong.
Yep.
Wow.
From Brazil.
Okay, she's as strong. Come on, that's a huge exception, of course.
Of course.
Exception
Of course.
confirms the rule.
Pero
And
la cosa es that they're going to be using this exception like, see, I don't like that. I don't like, listen, this is a very, very rare exception.
We actually
okay,
have a girl like that here too. But she was
so
born, I think she was born with something extra. So yeah.
What she was born with.
maybe
I think
A
I don't know
maybe
penis?
she was
if
born
it,
strong.
no, I don't know if it was like a more testosterone than what a normal
Oh, okay, okay.
woman usually has, or I don't know, like yeah,
Yeah,
something about that.
yeah.
Yeah, she
Because
was
she's
born strong
physically a little
and
bit
taller
stronger
because she's.
than yeah,
Yeah,
than a woman
I,
normally is.
I think this lady Gabby should change her name from Gabby. Gabby sounds too feminine. She needs to change to something like
Yeah, but you can just change it to Gabrielle.
yeah,
Her name
yeah.
is Gabriela, so Gabriela. No, no, she's still a woman. Come on. She's only just very strong
No,
and all
no,
that.
no.
Gabrielle Garcia.
Gabby sounds like she plants flowers in the backyard. All right, this doesn't. No, no.
Gabby!
When you tell me
yeah,
Gabby, I don't picture this. Okay, I picture a soccer
you
mom.
know,
If you if
exactly.
if
Wow.
you say Mad Dog Garcia, then I picture this. I'm like, oh, okay, Mad Dog. All right, I get it.
Radical legend is back. No, oh my gosh. Come on, that's an exception. We cannot use that as a rule, of course not.
Yeah, yeah, that's
And
true.
because the majority of women do not look like that. Even strong women do not look like that.
Yeah,
She equals a strong man, men that are like, like also exceptionally strong. She's, come
yes.
on, 6'2", and she's very heavy. Come on.
Two
So,
30, 230.
you know,
Ooh.
come on.
Mm-hmm. All of that is in
230.
muscle. All of that is in muscle.
Damn, no fat. Wow. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So the majority of men are aren't either like that. So what's the point? If you want to take exception to make your point, then I am a Victoria's Secret model.
Ah!
That's that.
Listen, with Instagram, anybody could be anything right now. Okay.
Oh
Oh
no,
yeah.
I hate filters. No, oh Lord, no, no. Yes, it's true with all those filters. Oh Lord, no. Those, it's different conversations, but those filters, my gosh, they're addicting. My niece, that she has Snapchat, and she was taking
Oh,
a video. Yes, Francis.
by the way, since we're talking about this, did you guys hear about the IG model who died in
No,
Colombia?
What?
no. Which IG model? You have a lot.
Like a Mexican IG model, Jocelyn Cano or something.
Wait. Hold on, hold
I
on.
don't know.
She
What's her name?
died.
What's her name? What?
Jocelyn Cano. C.
Cano.
Yeah,
Goodness. Cano.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cano. The only Cano I know is Robinson Cano. So, Jocelyn Cano. Oh, she's pretty.
Was American model fashion.
Okay, Jocelyn Cano.
Wait, she passed away.
Yeah. She
Why?
passed
No,
away in Colombia because she was going to fix her BBL or something because she had complications.
no way.
Complication or what?
At 29, she's young.
Damn.
Yep.
No, no. Is this real? Or this is
Yep.
a or this is a hit piece?
No, it's real.
Oh, what was the reason of her death?
Yeah, what was the reason?
BBL complications.
Which complications? I didn't hear the first word.
I don't know. I just
Peter.
she died
Hold on. This is 8 hours
after
ago.
surgery. I think after she
The
had her surgery, she died.
emotional tributes
Something like that.
message. Gasoline kind on social media users following the heartbreaking news. Social media personality Jocelyn Cano has died at the age of 29. Palomar announced on Twitter tragic news. According to Jocelyn, nine after surgery in Colombia. Wait a minute. What was?
BBL. BBL.
What's that?
Yep.
Brazilian butt lift. What? But she already had the huge butts. Come on.
Oh, what was they getting the fat out of her lips?
No, Brazilian. Where she was. Yeah, bro. Yeah, exactly. Radical Latino, my gosh. Exactly. And she already had the huge bum.
Oh, okay, well, hold on. Yeah, she. Jesus, what a
Dysphoria.
waste! What a waste!
What a what?
What a waste! Mira eso, todo eso, what a waste!
Todo
But,
esto.
She was on
pero,
OnlyFans too.
Mira
So
esto,
but
todo
the thing
esto.
is, it's already she already had a bicocho. So why did she? What she
Exactly.
wanted more?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it was like complications or if she wanted to refine it. I don't know. But there
Well,
is
this is
another.
okay. No, this is a good topic.
Well,
This
there
is
is another IG model. She's Dominican, and she had BBL 3 times.
What's her name?
Aisha
Christina. No, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop.
Aisha Diaz or something. I don't know how to say.
Yeah, let me see.
She's pretty though. Like I find her pretty.
Yeah, well, these Latina
But she had
names.
BBLs 3 times. That's crazy.
These Latina names. Jesus Christ. All right.
Diaz.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yes. I
She's
guess.
Tregueñita, right?
I've seen her. Wasn't she a video model or something?
Yes.
I've
She
seen
was also
pictures
in Love
of
and
her.
Hip Hop.
Yeah, I know her
Ah,
from Love and Hip
I
Hop.
don't. I don't watch that. But I've seen her. Yeah, she's beautiful. Na Indiecita linda. As
Wait,
we call them.
three
Yeah,
times?
that's like the
Yes,
type of
three
girl that.
times. Because
Yeah.
she doesn't like that she has like a natural look. She wanted to have that BBL look, so
Oh,
she went
she
3 times.
yeah, she looks like she needs one more time to go. No, no, that's a joke. That's a joke.
No.
I am
I'm
playing.
sure.
That's a joke. I
I'm
think
sure
that's a
she.
little. I think that eso es mucho. That's a little too much.
It's
Three
too much because
times?
it has to be in proportion as well.
Yeah, like the thighs don't match.
Yeah.
You know, it's like going to McDonald's and asking for a burger but no fries. You know, it just doesn't
Yeah.
it just
She's
doesn't match. It looks like she
she,
bought new legs.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. She belongs in the Christina team, the pretty girls team. Like
Yeah.
that face the Dominican people like, and that color.
She has a European phenotype, pero
She has like the face that
yeah.
Dominican like, the color the Dominican like,
Yeah, she
the hair.
I
trigueñita.
feel like honestly, I feel
That
like she looks more
combination.
Indian.
No,
Indian?
no, no, you could tell she's Dominican.
Yes.
Yeah, but like you said European feature. I don't know. I feel like
No, no,
yeah.
I said
No, I
you
It's
know
not to
she's
me. It's not
Dominican.
me.
I know that, but
I mean European features because do some of the nose
The
and the cheekbone.
nose. The nose is always
Yeah,
important.
yeah,
The
okay.
pointy nose.
yeah, pero
I
ella
know what you mean.
yeah, she
Yeah,
trigueñita. She's a trigueñita, you know, and
yeah.
Wait,
Yes, yes.
Europeans have high cheekbones?
for what I've seen.
No, 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 no. Some no, but I know what La Princess meaning it is. It's like that
Because I
higher
have high
cheekbone
cheekbones.
with a pointy nose. I know what she
Yeah.
means, and it is like higher cheekbones, the certain face shape, and the pointy nose. That's an important thing.
Well,
That's all
now this
people
is
The
now
know.
this
pink-
is
And
something
futurism.
now this is something that we could speak on.
Yeah,
Cos-
because we were talking about
cosmetics
nudity, so
cosmetic
Damn.
surgeries. You know,
yeah.
like
And femininity now.
do, do, do women really need all this cosmetic surgery, or do you think women are doing it for themselves or for the attention of men?
For other
I feel
women,
like it's a combination.
the
Mm,
combination for them and
And
other women.
also competition, of course.
Yes,
really?
but also for yourselves because when you feel good, when you look good, you feel good. I am pro cosmetic surgery. One day, if I need them, I will do everything. I am pro. I'm like, girl, do you, do you? But I know, like, the self esteem elevates. They feel better.
Yeah.
I've seen that 1,000
But
times.
you know
So,
what?
Pero like if you get surgery, tú estás todo plotá. You know what I mean? Looking like a doll. Like
Oh my
not
god.
like that because that's I think those women suffer from dysphoria. Is dysphoria? Yeah, dysphoria. Like
Yeah,
you got
body
wait.
dysmorphia.
What's that? What's that? What do you mean? What's that?
Body dysmorphia.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
dysphoria. Dysphoria is something else. Dysmorphia, exactly. So and they're never happy. They're obsessed, but that's something internal in their head.
I
You
think
know
you're
that?
right. I think you're right.
Yes.
I think it has to do with like the childhood or something like that. Porque something like
Mm,
that just doesn't come out of nowhere. You know, it has to come from somewhere, right?
I mean,
yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
yeah, for example, with Aisha, she was very skinny when she was younger, very, very skinny. So I think maybe that has also something to do
You
with
think
why
so?
she has. Yeah, she was skinny.
Oh, she's
Mm,
very, very skinny or still with
No,
some.
she was skinny as a girl.
Okay,
And
because
I have noticed that with those Dominicans who get BBLs, they were skinny when they were younger. So I guess
yeah,
it's
skin
an
is not seen as
insecurity
something
from
beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. I
And I
know.
know, yeah,
whatever happened to working out and eating?
yeah.
Like,
That's
Yeah,
what I do. Wake up.
that's so exhausting. It takes forever.
You have to do it. It's a healthier option.
It takes forever. And I gotta think, oh my gosh, tell me I'm always on a diet and working out and still. And then 2 days I forgot. I forget or I have no time. That's an excuse, of course. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm training so hard. I'm eating all these lettuce and all that stuff, or
yeah,
eating more healthy, but I don't see like a major difference.
well, I think well I had well some of my exes who I trained, I ended up giving them the gift of the butt. It's I think, how can I say this? I think it's a certain amount of workout, like the certain amount of exercises that you do and the consistency that you do it, and also the things that you eat that will contribute for you to actually grow a BBL or whatever that the term is.
Hmm.
I think that's what it is. If you stay consistent with a good workout regimen and not only eat well, let's be honest, with with thighs and the butt, you don't need to eat that clean. You need good calories and good fats. So fish oil, some fried food, some not overdoing it, but some fried food and olive oil, on your food. I think that will also work. But though you could definitely do it naturally. Definitely do it
Yeah,
naturally. There's
but it
some
takes years. It takes
uh
years.
I will
And some
say
women, some women
I
like
will
it
say,
can.
mira, I will
Yeah.
say, te lo digo right now. I swear to God, I will
Mm-hmm.
say you could take a girl con una plancha. You know, she got no butt. She just got a long back, right?
Hmm.
You could
You can
take
take a knife and do like this.
yeah. You could take a girl like that, and if she's dedicated, te lo digo, como en un año, she's gonna have a little bump. I'm telling you.
She doesn't want to wait a year, work hard during a year to have
It,
a little bump. You know, she
well,
wants.
it's I'm telling you, it's the dedication of it, and if she keeps on working on it, that little bump, the little mosquito bite is gonna grow. I'm telling you.
Malísimo, malísimo. Oh Lord, but what with women that have lost a lot of weight or have children, and they have loose skin.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm. They need what's the name? Tummy tuck.
Yeah. The
I
tummy
hope that
tuck.
Yeah.
doesn't happen to me.
The what?
Loose
But it
skin.
happens.
Oh man, listen, listen. It
You
happens to
cannot
everybody.
work.
It happens. It happens to
I mean,
everybody.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I don't know if it's because of what I went through when I was younger, but I was very obsessed with my appearance. So like, I just have this like weird thing
All
about
girls
my
are.
Weird.
body looking perfect, and I'm a perfectionist too. So
Every girl's
Okay.
obsessed with their look. So yeah.
Especially when you're young. But no, they gotta, sometimes women, they don't want to wait or work that hard during years,
That's
or
true.
otherwise they have too much loose skin. But what people only talk about women with a flat butt. What about with a woman with a huge bump like me, and we want to lose all that fat?
Well,
Hmm?
yeah, you could definitely do it. It's just changing how you eat, more cardio. Okay, so the
Oh my
the
god.
whole secret of losing weight, it's not that hard. It's just
No, it's
having a
consuming less energy than the ones
yeah,
you,
it's
less
having
calories than the ones you burn.
yeah, it's have a deficient caloric intake, meaning
Yeah,
what she just said,
yeah,
consuming less
yeah.
than what you're supposed to be consuming, actually burning
We're
more.
burning more.
So
Yeah.
so
Hmm.
if you let's just say if you do a 30-minute cardio workout on the Stairmaster as a interval workout, you'll start burning more in an interval workout than you would just do with 1 30 minute just on the level 5, just going for 30 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll definitely burn more. So for somebody like what you just described, who wants to lose more body fat, I think more cardio, um eating more but in good proportions. So I would say eating 4 times a day, a meal every 4.5, maybe 5 hours.
I did
And
all the things in the past, and I end up eating more. So
yeah. and
I need to
and
be very strict. I cannot have like a day off and all that stuff. No, I need to.
yeah,
I need to make it a lifestyle because I know myself. I have
yeah.
discipline for that kind of stuff. Christina says I did it. It was the BBL that you did, Christina, or
the
what did
tummy tuck.
my pregnant bellies were huge. I had metals. The come on, tummy tuck.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, you not in the DR, I guess.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think she went to the DR.
okay, damn, man,
Hmm.
you're so courageous. Like that stuff and tattoos. Oh my gosh, that must hurt.
Yeah.
Oof, my
They did it in the beach. No, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me
oh
stop.
come on, like oh, that must hurt. Of course, you're like anesthetized, but damn, that must
Yeah.
hurt.
That's
Oh,
I don't know how y'all do it. Jesus Christ.
yeah,
And men
women
can
have
do it
I
too,
open.
I think.
I think women I think the image of women goes a little bit more it goes a little bit more further because women, oh man, you women, you guys, go through a lot just for, you know what I mean, just for the society appearance.
And it's a
It's,
man's fault.
it. I'm sorry to say, it is. It is. But I see that certain women judge other women for not looking their best. Also,
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yes,
I think
yes,
women.
totally.
I'm gonna be honest. I think women are worse to other women than men.
Yes.
Yes, totally.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Biology, maybe? I
You
don't
think
know.
so?
Yes, and being social rules as well. Being a Dominican who grew up here, oh my gosh, ah, like there is a difference between first generation Dominican in the sense of the ones that came here after their teens. That's another generation, or as an adult, they are so women, so feminine. They always look good. My mother goes to the supermarket, but before she puts some lipstick on, and she needs to look good. Now she's little bit older, but she always wears heels and all of that stuff. She always looks good, even when she thinks she doesn't look good. She looks good, you
I,
know.
I think
Yeah.
that's a lot. I think that's a Latina thing too, because most of my Latina exes will do the same thing. Just throwing the
Yes,
garbage away, they have to put something on.
yes,
I'm like, yo,
yes.
who you meeting after you throw the who you meeting?
Yeah, but some
Thank
men as
you.
well. Some men as well. My partner as well. He always looks good. I'm a bit more rebellious about that. But I think I don't know. That's a long topic. But the thing is, um, for example, my niece, she's always laughing because she says like when she's going somewhere with me, supermarket or wherever, I just I just wear my sweatpants or whatever. What I feel like if I want to look good or otherwise I don't want to look good, I don't care. And she says like you're the only Dominican that I know like that because she's my mom's granddaughter, but she also always looks good. My mom has $3, and I say to my mom, "Mommy, how come that que tú pareces tres rastreras?" Like you look good,
Wow.
you look like tres rastreras. My sister
Uh,
like, no, la rastrera tú, not me. I'm like, yes, because we're always so chill. Like one of the always she rarely wears makeup or nail polish. She's very natural. She's the prettiest of us, and I am the ugliest of the three, and I'm the one who is the most vain. Maybe that's the reason. And the other one, it depends. With me, it depends as well. But my mother and those women always look good. However, their grandchildren, oh, my mom's grandchildren, they all look good. They're very
yeah,
picky with their clothing and the way their hair is and all that stuff. However, me and my sisters, we're like normal. But I think it has to do sometimes with how you see, how you value yourself at a certain moment, I guess. It's a
yeah,
cultural thing, but it's also because we think a lot like you want to be judged in a positive way by people,
yeah,
and there also in Africa, like Congolese people have that as well. They're very famous here, like they always look good, you have an expensive and that kind of things because people will treat you like that, but they see it externally because they don't know you.
yeah.
So you
I, I decided to do the total opposite. I completely like if I'm just gonna hang out. Listen, I got some sweatpants, a white t-shirt, and I'm okay. Pero like I remember, like my mom, maquillaje, el traje, and everything just to go to church because
yeah.
God forbid, la hermanita see her with the same dress that she had on last week. Oh
Oh
my
my
god!
god. Yeah.
So ella tenía like different dresses for almost every other month
Yeah.
and year, and but
Yeah.
it's true. My sister is the same way, and my little brother. It like he has to have his outfits and all this up. Me, I'm just like
you
what.
you whatever.
Listen, just give me
Okay.
my Nike stuff, my Adidas. Y yo estoy bien. I don't care.
I
But
dress
yeah,
depending on the place, but yes, my mom, she always looks good. Her grandchildren as well. But me and my sisters, we're like we can look good, but I mean, like it depends. Also, we're never overdressed. It depends. It depends. It depends of a lot of things. But it's a cultural thing, I guess, as well. And that affects your self-esteem, in the sense that when you look good, you feel better. And it's also, my mom always says is, how I can translate, it's like you look the way yourself. She always says that, always repeats the same thing.
Yeah.
If you put yourself out to the world like you're a mess, people will think you are a mess,
Do
and they
you
will treat you like a mess, and you don't value yourself. It's like a sense
do
of
you,
self pride,
yeah,
self respect.
do you think that's a non-Western society ideology? Because you see it in the Caribbean, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, to say Puerto Rico, y también you
Yeah,
see it in South America, Mexico, y también Africa. So
yeah,
do do you think that's do you think that's like a non-Western like mentality? Porque to be honest with you, I don't see los blanquitos like
no,
the Europeans. I don't see them with the same sense of appearance as you
stress.
know what I mean.
Yeah,
Does
I
it
know
make
what
sense?
it makes total sense. And I my one of my theories or opinions about it is, it people that are more that are concerned with their looks, with how they look for the external world, yes, do belong to those poorer societies. And it's because there is a scarcity. People treat you the way you look. So if you look expensive, you look rich, people will assume that you are rich. And in those classes, poor societies, they treat people with money better than people without money.
Mm,
So
That's a
it's
fact.
some, yes, that's something tied to the economy, especially women. Like, in our countries, women say, yeah, you have, tengo que andar bonita porque tú nunca sabes quién te encuentras. You have to look good
yeah.
because you never know who you're going to meet.
Yep.
True, verdad or no?
Yeah,
You
verdad.
never know who you're
Yeah.
going to meet. You never know. You have to look
Yeah.
good,
That's
and
why
you have
every
to.
2 weeks. That's why every 2 weeks I have to go get my shape up. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you. That's why our hair is always done. Our nails, our pedicure, like our body hygiene or whatever, and we have to look good. And some people, they spend the
That's
money
the
they don't
only
have
That's the
to
only
impress.
that's the only mania I have, to be honest with you. I have to get my haircut. I have to make sure everything está bien. That's the only mania I have. Like anything else, que me importa. Pero my
Yeah,
haircut, I have to get lined up. That's the
yeah,
only mania I have. Anything else is like como whatever.
yeah. you know so you see, that's very common in poorer countries. Why? Because we rely a lot on context in the whole world, actually, but there, one opportunity can make a big difference. You don't have a lot of
That's
opportunities. Las
true.
oportunidades son calvas. Y cuando tienes una, agárrala por la peluca. Son calvas, agárrala por la
That's
peluca.
true.
No, you have less opportunities in here. So you have to grab them, but you have to look presentable, because no one is going to believe in you if you at 8 or 10 a.m. as a man look with not a beard, but when you guys don't shave during
With the
the
5 o'clock
days,
shadow and stuff like
you
that.
know,
Yeah, yeah,
your
yeah.
hair is not looking good, and you look like very normal. It's like, who's that guy? Who's that guy?
Yeah.
So he's telling me that he works at that job. He has this going on. Yeah, right. Here, people have more opportunities. People have better jobs, a better economical situation. So they don't really depend so much on on on, on their social contact sometimes to get a job or to get a certain position. It depends, of course. There are levels to it, because at the certain jobs you have to look a certain way. But I mean, like in the streets, so people care less about that because they already have their life secured. Women have their own jobs, so they don't really rely on men to pay their apartments, to pay their car, to achieve
Mm.
something. And in our countries, you know very well that we have that mentality that a man needs to save us. Um uh we can, but it's always easier everywhere with two people. So, but we always are searching for that guy that will help us, uplift us from poverty and help us in our family.
Oh,
You know,
somebody's calling you hermosa. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Paula, solo vine a decir que eres hermosa por afuera igual por dentro. Ay, gracias, Wax and such.
Uh-oh.
Ay,
She has a
gracias.
cash app also, so
I don't.
Ah!
Thank you, Wax and such. No, you are Wax and such. Are you following me?
she wants some Fenty Beauty. She also wants,
No.
some
Rebirth Cosmetics. Rebirth Cosmetics now. Fenty Beauty, man. Like, I can get that thing myself. Cosmetics and all that stuff. Hell
no
bands from Rebirth
Walks no
Cosmetics.
Walks is he's offering. It's okay. It's okay. Let him offer. Let him offer.
No, fuck you. You can. If he's a man, is he a man or a woman? Because if
I
he's a
well
man, I'm saying no.
we'll find out when you get the Fenty Beauty. We'll find out now, won't we?
No,
The-
man.
the-
No, man. Rebirth Cosmetics. Definitely Beauty del Diablo.
Uh,
Rebirth Cosmetics.
Yo, go get her a Red Lobster gift card
No.
for
If a
$50.
man gives something,
You
he expects
know,
something back.
get a BBQ's gift card.
I have my man already. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so if that's it, then
Yeah.
okay, she has a man. So go get her McDonald's gift card for $25.
No, man, I
She'll be
don't need that.
fine.
Sorry. I don't need
She'll
the fast
she'll she'll be
food.
fine. The breakfast meal is always good. So no, let
I
me
can
stop.
give
Let
me
me stop.
pearls. You can give me pearls. I love pearls.
There you
Yeah.
go. There we go. There we go. We figured it out, guys. There we go.
Yeah, you can give me some jewels. Yeah. No. No. So, yeah, we were talking with the rail and we're talking about plastic surgery and all that stuff. I'm
Yeah.
for plastic surgery. And if a woman thinks that she needs it, I applaud her. Yeah, why not? But I think women that look like Aisha Diaz, they have this body dysmorphia, like that.
Mm-hmm.
And many times, yes, the origin is maybe in their youth, but I think as well when women grow up or women land in certain spaces, like she's a model, she's a video model or something like that, you see a lot of competition. Beautiful women. You were a beautiful woman, and then you are
But
with, oh yes,
yeah, now you can
and
finish.
a lot of beautiful women as well in a very hard competition. So I think they become a bit insecure and they want to look the best because they know that their body, their beauty is a commodity. It is everybody commodity. A beautiful woman is a commodity, you know, to herself. And they want to be so perfect that they become a bit insecure, like enlarging their breasts a lot or their hips or whatever is desirable at a certain point of time. So I am okay. I am for all that stuff. If you want to augment and tighten some stuff, but Christina, I think they did a very well job with you because I didn't see that because in the DR they always make these super little
Yeah.
snatched waists that doesn't look natural at all. I
I
hate that when I see
I
something like
I
that.
personally think yeah, do whatever you want, just don't make it look ridiculous. Don't go too much.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
on Aisha, I think she's Dominican, so most
Yeah, she's Dominican.
majority of Dominicans are curvy. And maybe a lo
Oh, but
mejor,
she's okay.
vamos a decir, a lo mejor, I don't know, but maybe she was seeing that and she was like, how come I don't have, you know what I mean? Like, how come I
Yeah.
don't have that or what? We don't know. We don't know. I'm just assuming. I'm not saying that I'm thinking. I'm just assuming. Pero you don't know. So it might be that too.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
also
maybe.
like to say something. Um, well, she is an IG model, and one thing I've learned is if you want to become an IG model, you have to fit a certain look. So some women actually get that body because they want to be an IG model because there's certain criteria that you have to fulfill before you can do that type of work or whatever.
Okay. They all have the same body type and they all have the same face.
Yeah.
All the same face. Oh my gosh. It's incredible. That's something I have discussed with some friends. It's like years ago we had models, and models are always exception of the genetics of the genetic makeup of humanity. And but these IG models nowadays and models of nowadays, it's like they're having faces that do not exist, because in the 90s, Naomi Campbell, Tyra Banks, Cindy Crawford, Linda Evangelista, all those women, and even in the 2000s, Adriana Lima and all those girls, they have beautiful faces, but those faces exist naturally. They were born with those features. But nowadays, I have no problem with people buying features, but they do not exist. No one has that type of jawline, of
Yeah,
cheekbones, nose, eyes. Everything is too much copy paste. Nobody has that type of face. Like facial harmonization is a term now or something. They You should
yeah,
do not look natural.
Symmetrical features. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like fillers everywhere. I am for it if you're going to, to look better and feel better, of course. But those faces are looking too much the same, and those features do not exist on anyone. They're
yeah,
perfecting. You know what I mean? Do you
yeah.
understand? They're
Do you
they're
do you
they
think
want to become. Yeah.
do you think other cultures also get affected by this? And
Yes.
Of
the
course,
reason why
all
I'm
culture.
the reason why I'm saying is because I don't know, is it China or Japan? I forgot which one. Pero there's a very popular surgery with their eyes. Con los ojos de ellos.
I think
All
it's
Asian.
isn't it Korea?
Is it
Yeah,
Korea or Japan? Where is it?
Yeah, I
Korea,
think
but
it's
all those
Korea.
Asian countries.
Okay, okay.
All
So it's a very popular surgery to whitening. No, hold on. I'm saying it wrong. Whitening, whatever. Up their eyes, so
Yeah,
it's
whitening of
they
the
could,
eyes.
they could look less Asian or whatever the case is. And
Mhm.
I think that's part of the thing. With the look. I don't know what you guys think.
Do you want to answer first, Princess, or
You can go first.
okay? I think nowadays, that's my opinion, of course. Um, Beauty standards have merged. There aren't anymore one kind of beauty standards. Years ago, or maybe 10 years ago, the more Eurocentric, and not always like that, standards were desired. Um, what do I mean? It's true that in Asia they want bigger or wider eyes, but at the same time they keep their Asian thing characteristic in it. They don't change it 100%, and that surgery is very famous in China, Korea, Japan, and all those Asian countries. And Koreans are the ones with the smallest eyes, and people from the Philippines and Indonesia have like the bigger Asian eyes. Um, okay, what I mean with the merge. Nowadays, women, we want like longer lashes, even longer than before, and fuller eyebrows, which is something very Mediterranean and Middle Eastern. My oldest sister, she, people of my family and her family have like these big eyebrows, and I remember she and Moroccan ladies here in Europe, friends of mine, they were teased because their eyebrows were too big. And we were having this conversation like now having huge eyebrows is in, and 10 or 20 years ago having thin eyebrows was all in. So now the Middle Eastern eyes are very hot, long black lashes. It's not very common in African women. They have curly lashes, but not very long, thick brows. No, it's true. It's not
No,
common.
it's true. That's why I'm laughing.
It's not common in Scandinavia. They have like very light brows, very light and thin brows, very thin light eyelashes as well. So it's in there. It's in here in Belgium, in the US. So that Middle Eastern aspect is in vogue. Is in, and then you have always, but that's in all things of the world to have a bit more narrow nose. However, in the Middle East, they it depends also because they want like a thinner nose but longer. That Middle Eastern aspect needs to stay. They want a dinner, not very bumpy, but still has to be a bit longer. They want also like fuller cheekbones, and the lips have to be full but not wide. It's more full up. Like a fish, more like you have full but up, and not full and wide. Also, to me, that's the Middle Eastern aspect of the beauty. Here in Europe, sometimes you see some women that like, more like tiger eyes. That's more like an Asian aspect of it. You have like that kind of eye that is sexy. They do it with Botox and that kind of stuff. But it's not very in. It's not really on social media, but you see sometimes older women with money with that kind of aesthetic. So, and of course, yeah, to me there is a mix actually. They have, of course, fuller lips of majorly black women, so that combination, like the fuller lips, the the higher cheekbones that you see generally with Asians or South Americans. Also in Africa you have that as well, but it's very common in among Latin Americans and people from Asia. It's the most common, I guess. And also with native people, people with Native American blood or Asian. So that combination, that's what I'm seeing a lot, people with that combination. The people are combining things from different races and cultures. And when you have those influencers or somebody in Hollywood mimicking those features, they will influence other people to do the same. Yeah, that's my take on it. What do you think, Princess?
No, I also think it's a mixture of different cultures. I definitely do see the thick eyebrow trend. And because, I have always had natural thick eyebrows and I've always liked my eyebrows, so I never cared. But yeah, I definitely see that trend. And yeah,
Yo, what's up, fighter? What's going on, bro?
Fire.
What up? What up?
Sorry, Fire
What up?
didn't see you.
Hey, hey Paula. Hey, Princess.
We can't
Hey.
have a live stream without fighter being part of it, man. That's when it makes it official.
You
Thank
already
you,
know.
Fire, for the support. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I couldn't come earlier because I just got from the gym, so I just got
Oh,
home.
working out. Damn. Men have so much to say.
Yeah, working out. Well, really, I was training, but I worked out a little bit. I was training somebody.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And I will finish that point about that, beauty standards and the combination, in my opinion, of different beauty elements of different ethnics is a fact that I am sorry, guys, you're going to hate what I'm going to say, but when you
Um,
have,
um,
you already know,
oh,
you already know, but you have very influential people that do it. Influential people will do it as well. Like if Kim Kardashian does anything, or Kylie, or whoever it is, and they copy something, or they're influenced or inspired by a feature of a certain ethnicity, her followers will mimic that as well. You know
mm,
that that's
mm,
why, in my opinion, you know what? Like the breast augmentation thing, like all plastic surgeon in the world need to give Pamela Anderson something because she's the one who really popularized it. Don't get mad. That's the truth. That's the truth.
now,
She
now, now,
popularized it.
let me ask you. Do you think? Okay, you're right with the popularization of influential people. They do tend to mold society in a certain way with certain trends and stuff. But do you think it's fair if these influential people get a certain look, a certain thing, and then name it something else?
No.
Are you talking about the braids of the Kardashian?
Braids, anything else that they do from other cultures, or not even from other cultures, just anything that they do to rename something else that was already, already given a
Yeah,
name or whatever.
I think if we're talking about the braids that they apparently they changed the name, whatever rope. I don't think they did change the name. It was the magazines or maybe her stylist because those things already existed. I mean, like what the heck? But they have they influenced their their audience to do that. You know, it's not that it didn't exist. Of course, like here, for example, when she did like I would say only like the two braids, like let's call them the Indian braids, those two braids. It became very popular here in Belgium, but before that, some people did it. The regular braids, the how you call them, the rasta,
Yeah,
um, that all everybody does. She did it as well. The bob, the she called it the bob, you know,
Bodeo braids.
they already existed here. Like here, of course, African women, women from other parts of the world, but also some white women did it. But those white women are the ones that have black friends or have traveled a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
or went to
you
Jamaica.
have not only Jamaica, because of European people that travel all over. Those that are very open-minded and that kind of stuff, or just change a look for a day. But after that, even more girls did their hair like that. So okay, her stylist, or maybe she changed the name, which I don't agree with. I don't think you have to change the name, but she never claimed that she created it. She never claimed it that she
Yeah,
created that style. It became, people can hate, but it's the truth. Her influence made it popular in mainstream media. Of course, she did not invent it. It existed. And you know what? Here in Belgium, at least, and in Italy, African women profited from it. That's my point against the cultural um, appropriation thing. It's like when you go to Italy in the beaches, you have African women with a kind of poster or the panel and with pictures of several styles that they do and how much they charge. So when those feminists and activists in the US, with their heat and their running water and everything and their section whatever and their housing are claiming, oh my gosh, you cannot do that. You're forgetting about those women here without papers generally that are hustling every day in those beaches asking people, can I braid your hair? Here in Brussels as well, like 20 minutes from where I live, you have Matonge, which is an African slash Congolese neighborhood. You have those women, they're asking, est-ce que je peux faire tes cheveux? Can I do your hair? Can I do your hair? So when you say, oh, you cannot do that, that's our culture, whatever. Okay, it's good to your culture, but those women don't eat with culture. You cannot say they can. Other people cannot braid their hair. Of course. Again, you cannot change the name. Of course not. I don't think they did it, but I think that they have. It's undisputable. I guess a huge influence over people. Yeah, and they make everything mainstream. Whatever they do, it becomes mainstream, whether you like it or not. Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna have to agree. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think my chinky eyes make me sexy.
What?
I said I think my chinky eyes make me sexy.
Your chinky eyes.
Yeah, I have chinky eyes,
They're intriguing. They're intriguing. Yeah.
that's funny.
I too.
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I do think I do think that yeah, it is features, right? Feature, but I mean, is there something wrong with featureism? Right? Is there something wrong with that? Because because I missed most of the your conversation, right? Because I came in late. Um, but are they associating features to only certain races? Is that what the issue is? So do you guys think, like, I don't know if you guys covered this already, but a certain nose is is specific to a race or something like that? Is that what they mean by futurism?
Uh, no, I guess what people mean with featureism is certain that society deems certain features more beautiful or desirable than others.
Okay, right.
Yeah, like
Okay, I understand.
society deems fuller lips more beautiful than super thin lips.
Yes, of course. I personally believe that too.
Yeah,
For like,
exactly. So those features are not, featureism is not yeah, like Christina says, not necessarily tying to it to a specific race exactly, but like certain features are deemed more, like the pointy nose is deemed also more beautiful than a broader flatter nose, and having high cheekbones is
right,
considered to be more beautiful than none. And like this L jawline is considered to be more beautiful, and the
right.
face shape and eyebrow shape instead of droopy ones,
Oh,
having like arch.
Paula, stop doing subliminals. Just at me. No, I'm playing
What
with
what
you. I'm playing. I'm playing. It
what did I
was
do?
a joke. It was a joke. It was a jokey joke. It was a joke.
I didn't understand, but it's okay. I didn't hear. Oh my God, love. Oh, what did he? I didn't hear you. I didn't hear what you say. What did you say?
It was a joke. No, I said, oh, Paula, stop with the compliments. Stop with the subliminals. Just at me.
Ah, you. Okay. Yeah, I have to check you. I haven't checked you very much because you're so young, so I never like watch like young people. So.
Nah, I was just
Oh,
joking. I was just joking.
And she already got
no.
Walker. She already got Walker, so you better watch out.
So, she, now she got her husband. I don't want to get shot. So
She got her husband and walks. Whoever this guy is, whoever this person is. So.
yeah,
Walks
yeah.
your style.
I'm pretty sure her husband got a shotgun. So I'm gonna fall back.
No, no, no. We don't do that kind of things here. Not at all.
If you, Paola, if you don't mind me asking, how long were you and your husband together?
How long? 8 years.
Jeez, 8 years. How, if you don't mind me asking, how did you guys meet?
Oh,
Oh, I remember. I remember this.
we
I
have the
this work.
best. Like the. Do you have children, Radical Latino?
No, I don't.
Okay, the place where you want your daughter to meet her future husband. We have that kind of story.
The
Where do
strip
you
club?
want your daughter?
No,
No, no,
no,
no, no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no.
no. I
That's a
mean,
joke.
men in
That's
the
a joke.
club.
That's a joke.
Which club?
No, 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 no. Oh, okay. I'll just use my imagination. Um.
No, no, not your imagination. If you have a daughter, do you want to? Do you want your daughter to look for a man or to find a man?
Um. Either school,
Boring.
church.
Yeah, university.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So university. Okay. So he was a teacher.
You crazy?
Wow,
Hey, hey,
wow.
No,
hey! No,
of
no, no,
course
no,
not.
no.
We were students together. We were
Oh,
students.
No,
okay.
no wonder Paula was getting straight A's.
See,
Yeah.
no.
She never failed that class. That class never failed. For some
No,
reason,
I
she
didn't
passed the
fail
class.
that class.
For some reason, she passed the class and never took a test or homework. That's so weird. I wonder how that happened. No, 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 no. So how did you guys start courting each other? How did that start?
Okay. I had really so a fire complex in our previous life. Actually, we were just students. We were in the same class. It was an optional course for me and for him as well. I guess I don't know.
Okay.
And no, we were just friends. Hey, whatever, whatever. And then we got like groups work, and like 5 or 10 of us. I don't remember. And then we began to talk a little bit more. I liked his attitude and all of that. And that to celebrate the end of the exams, there was a party. They
Mm,
reopened a place, so it was going to be a huge party. So the whole class said instead decided instead of going separately to that party, we should go together with a person that lives that near, on the way of the party. O sea, que
Yeah.
vive cerca, que vive
Yeah.
llegando.
Okay.
So, yeah. So the party place was nearer to my more, yeah, más cerca de, o sea, nearer to my place than his place. So he picked me up. She's
Yeah.
students. I really liked him a bit and all that stuff. Because we vibe. He has like the kind of character that I like. So, but we were not dating, and it was not like, oh my gosh, that's my man. No.
Yeah.
So no, it's like, yeah, okay, but it's just like friends, colleague students.
Yeah.
So when he picked me up, me being Dominican, I was late a bit. So
Of
at
course.
eight
Of course.
thirty,
Uh-huh.
he's ringing. Tring. I'm like, no es verdad.
You
It's
still
not true.
got Rolos in your hair and stuff.
Anchoita.
Yeah. Yep. Uh-huh.
So I was wearing my red dress. I was actually okay. My makeup was done, but I was having my anchoitas. Like I'm like, oh
Uh-huh.
my god, the guy
Uh-huh.
is there.
And he
Like,
can't
oh my, I
see you
can't.
that like that. Hell no.
No, I was like, oh my gosh, he's here. No, I'm like praying not to be him, because I'm not going to let him inside. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, he's here. I'm like, what? Okay, I'm coming. But you get nervous, and you're Anjoita, and then you see this there. It's like, whatever, I'm going to open. So, who is he? Who is he? Para no verme así. ¿Quién es? Dime. Muy
Uh-huh.
fácil. Sure. I open, and I go, and when I open the door, he sees me in that red dress. Is like, okay, so he looked at me differently than before.
Uh-huh.
And we went together to the party.
You saw a spark in his eyes.
Yeah, I saw them definitely. It was like ching
Uh
ching. He scanned me like
y,
twice.
de, y
Ching,
después, y
ching.
después, y después ya tú estabas was like, you were like, got him, I got him. This is all I needed. I got him.
Huh?
So, moral of the story is, ladies, if you want to get married, get a red dress. No, no, no. Continue, continue. So,
Red was that's my favorite color. So I don't know, the red
yeah,
things. And it also joins me. Red has everything. Has
yeah,
my personality in it. Like
yeah,
it has love. It has also power, passion,
yeah,
aggression, intense. It's me. So rojo
yeah.
soy yo.
Uh-huh.
So I love
Okay, so
red.
you guys, so he looked at you up and down, and then that's when he fell in love and stuff, and then
No, men don't fall in love.
you were
Fall
like,
in
I
love
got
so
him.
quickly.
That's when I
Men don't
got
fall in
him.
love that quickly. Then he began to like me. Men don't fall in love that quickly.
Okay, okay.
you know.
So cuando tú lo viste and he went like that, that's when you was like, all right, let me turn my choppy meter all the way up. And okay, so now you guys go into the party. What happened?
The party is super super full. There is a lot of people outside, and we can't find everybody. So we decide to go to have dinner with a group in a restaurant nearby, and then the restaurant was super full,
Uh-huh.
and it's like we had to split up. And instead of having a long table of 20 people, there was only place for two. So we went and sat there. So people were, hey, yeah, we're sitting there. It
Yeah.
was, like las estrellas se alinearon
Uh-huh.
perfectamente.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was
Uh-huh.
destiny. And then we were like eating and all that stuff. And I know his eyes were looking to me differently than before.
Yeah.
And
Uh-oh.
then we went then together with a party, and
Wait,
everybody's here. We always got together. Yeah,
so his eyes was looking at you differently. What were your eyes doing?
the same, because you're like, oh, it's intriguing.
Oh
you
shit.
know
Uh-huh. Okay.
I know
It's
everything
getting
like
it's
that.
getting a little steamy in here. Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, and since then we dated every day. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like, he was like, what are you doing tomorrow? And what? Oh,
Ah,
tomorrow. So we had
ah.
a vacation. What are you doing tomorrow? So every day, and that's how it started. Yeah.
So how long were you guys dating before you guys got married?
Ah, uh, actually, like what you call legally married. We're not married. You have like this European thing that doesn't exist in the U.S.
Oh, it's called
Okay.
choppy. No, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me, no, 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 no.
No,
Just
no,
play.
no, no, no. We have like what do you call that? That's like a contract, but you're not married. You have actually the same rights,
Yeah,
but you're not married.
yeah,
You know what
I
I
know what you mean. I know what you mean. I forgot the name of it. I know what you mean.
mean? Some of contract is like you're living together, but it's
Oh,
also
okay.
easier to end. You know, we don't need
Yeah, it's what's it
like
called?
common law
Common.
marriage.
Oh yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah. Common. Yeah, something like that. It's common law marriage.
we don't need to go to the judge to divorce. You know,
Got
that's
it.
not
Got it. Got it.
that kind of thing. So it's easy to get in. It's also easy to get out. You
Oh,
know,
okay.
but actually, yes, when you have children, you have the same rights. When you
Yeah,
separate, you also have the same rights, but you don't have the
that's true.
whole administration
That
according to
is
a
true.
judge. You don't need lawyers and that kind of stuff. But when you have a house, you know,
Yeah. So
you have the
so
same.
now let me ask you, what
Okay.
advice would you give? What advice would you give people? It because you've been married. I'm gonna just say married. You've been married for 8 years. So what advice would you give people to I'm not gonna say stick it out, but what advice would you give people to for relationships? Like because I know every relationship goes up and down. Every relationship is not the same. But
Mhm.
what advice would you give people for relationships to actually stay healthy and stay interesting?
Man, I'm not a relationship advisor.
But you got experience. You've been married for 8 years. Listen, my longest relationship was like what 2 years and a half. So you're doing something better than me.
You are in the truly love phase in 2 years. Ah, my advice, I don't know, I cannot give any advice because every relationship is different. However, in my case, or in our case, I think, man, you need a lot of patience. Oof. Patience, patience, patience. You know, you have to be patient with somebody else and with yourself. And living together is actually very hard. You know, because sometimes you don't want to see somebody, or you're feeling bad or whatever, and still you have to take into account somebody else's needs, feelings, and whatever. I don't know, patience, that's one. Two, a lot of respect. Communication is underrated. Communication is so important. Sometimes we still have like communication problem,
Yeah.
because he understand I say A and he understands X. So
Okay.
so communications is truly underrated. But in my case, what I truly have with my partner in life is that we have similar or the same values. And yes, like we have the same principles and values. And we are, like we're kind of partners in crimes with a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
That's very and you know that's very important. Like he's very sarcastic. Me too. you know, he's very ironic. Me too. We share a lot of things. We have the same taste of movies. I know I only have like generally one. He has more,
Yeah.
and the same taste in music. My music taste is broader than his, but we like the same vacations. We like the same topics. We have even the same political views,
Mm.
European views. That's crazy because we come from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
Um, we love a lot of the same things, and the thing is, in my case, I'm very lucky because, you know, man, you're having me here talking about my private business.
I I'm sorry. Hey, listen, I'm sorry.
I know too. But the thing is, we're both chill, cool, and I get away with things that a Dominican would never um allow.
Mm,
And sometimes when I'm mad, and even if I'm not mad, I have a dirty mouth. So
mm,
I say a lot of co, no, and that kind of
mm,
stuff.
mm,
I'm very rude. That kind of. Esa vaina del diablo, you're
mhm,
harta. Agarra esa maldita vaina. So he
mm,
doesn't care. He's very patient. I'm very explosive. but not aggressively. I'm like, come on, I don't have patience. And he's a
Mhm.
bully like you. He likes to, to provoke me, to make me
Yeah.
explode, but
He's,
not
he's
like an
not
aggressive.
he's not like mujer, pórtate bien. He's not like that.
Está loco, jamás en la vida, nunca, jamás, never, never. What did you say? Or like, I am the one who says dirty words all the time. He never does. Nunca,
Oh, those are the
nunca,
those are the
nunca.
serial
He
killers.
belongs to my family. He's so
Uh-huh.
decent. He's like my mom, my aunts, my grandma. They never say, nothing. I'm the one who says, "Coño,
Yeah.
ser diablo," you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and I can't say a lot of things and do whatever. He doesn't call me all the time when I'm out or with my parents. Cuando tú vienes, que no sé qué. He doesn't check my phone. I do the same. I don't
Mhm.
care. Before Corona, oh no, shit. Before the pandemic, he could party and come at 5 a.m. I don't care, man. I'm not calling you. We're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
in
yeah.
calling all that. No, I'm very chill. I don't control your cell phone. He doesn't he has his privacy. I have my privacy.
Yeah.
We just like, we're not like drama people at all.
Gotcha.
I can party. He doesn't call me or
Yeah.
whatever. I
So
don't
so what I'm hearing is like
trust.
it's a give and take, like a balance type of
Yeah.
thing. Got
Yes,
it.
trust.
So I obviously you've probably been in other relationships before him. What are the red flags to look out for, you think? What are the red flags to look out for in shady, dusty men?
No, no, shit, este man del diablo. Pero tú estás loco. Un mojón como yo, pero tú estás loco. Jamás. No, man. No, know your worth. Come on, get shady. Never rookie or whatever stuff. No, man. No, no, no. I mean, like, no. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You cannot be with that kind of man. I am
Yeah.
sorry. No, you have to know your worth, your values,
Uh-huh.
and know what you're
Okay.
asking and expecting. Like, si tú eres santa, tú no puedes pedir santo tampoco. That's one.
Mm,
Because I remember when back in the day when I had Dominican and other South American friends, like, man, Paula, yo quiero una novia como tú, man. O sea, they wanted like lawyers, doctors, and all that stuff.
yeah.
Tigres que ni siquiera habían terminado el bachillerato.
Mm,
Like, those guys didn't even finish high school, but they were complaining about women not finishing school, not wanting to work, not blah blah blah. I'm like, but look at you. Do you really think I'm going to present you a friend of mine?
yeah.
Así, no, jamás en la vida. No.
Mm,
It has to match a bit. So no trust, communication, and all that stuff. And no, never go with a rookie on a Ray unless it's only for bodily pleasures.
got it. Okay. Well, there you go, ladies. There you go,
Don't get
ladies.
involved. Don't think with your mind a bit. Come on. Uh, Certainly after a certain age now. I
Yeah.
don't know. No, no. I think like a man on those terms. I mean, like, I could never
Yeah.
go home and present my mom a rookie or a Ray Pookie or Ray
Yeah.
or that kind of boy. Maybe if he was a Pookie when he was 15 years old and he changed,
Yeah.
because people can change. Why not?
Yeah.
But not like a
Not no un
professional.
tigre. You're not gonna be
Por
with a tigre, right?
No, pero un tigre inteligente, mi amor, tigre con libros, tigre graduado y con buen trabajo,
All
tigre
right.
de pensamiento, de mentalidad, like, it has to be, yeah, o sea, que tiene que ser astuto,
Yeah.
nada like, no puede ser pendejo, hacerse el pendejo, pero no serlo, that's different.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
¿qué tigre del diablo, man? What do tigres give? Nada. Cintura.
Yeah.
No,
That's a fact. That's a fact.
¿verdad? I'm
That's
not
a
Paola,
lying.
fact. That's why they got multiple kids. That's true.
Paola, you are hilarious. You are-
No, and women have the obsession. What's the term that's a concept, the Cindy syndrome or whatever. I don't know. What's that girl from Peter Pan? Her name Cindy. I
I
don't remember.
I don't know.
Alicia syndrome. They
Alice?
want to save. They want to save men. You cannot save men. You
Yeah,
cannot change a man. He will
yeah,
change for you if he
that yeah.
cares about you. If you care about something, you can take care of that something, and you don't want to lose that something. So you cannot
Mm,
make him change. And women like that stuff. And women, when they are rejected, it's so hard for us, for women, because you guys are trained to be rejected. You try here, no, okay, here, here, here. La primera que mordió, okay, there you are.
mhm,
But women are not, and they say,
yeah,
"Coño, man, I cannot."
it's like playing the
O sea,
lottery.
that
You
man,
know,
yeah, I don't get to him to love me and to stay with me, and they do stupid things like bearing children for the man. Children don't hold men, but doing stupid things. No, 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 no,
mm-hmm.
no. You know.
Yeah, verdad.
So no, I'm not the relationships advice, and I truly believe that all relationship have a end at a certain time, because if our life is has an end, relationship also have an end one day. I'm
That's true.
very realistic, you know. So, but I think we are very lucky with each other. Actually, during this pandemic, the pandemia, people are having, fights and discussions and all that stuff, and we're not having anything of that. So well, not to be honest, 100% honestly. So he gets, he's a bit annoyed now with me and social media and lives and YouTube and all that stuff. He's, oh my, you're losing your time. But he, you know, I do what I want. He does what he wants, and that kind
Yeah,
of stuff. And we don't
got it.
control each other. Yeah, that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
having a healthy. I think what you're saying is just having a healthy balance.
Yeah,
Not too much give and take.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, we don't have like this roller coaster emotional relationship. No, no, not at all.
Hmm.
It's
Okay.
chill. Oh, it's true, it's true. But we are each other best friends, and that's very, and it's important. I need to be. I cannot sleep with you unless you're my best friend. Well, in the beginning, not really, but
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
he's my
Yeah. Yeah.
best friend.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yeah. It needs to be. I need
Yeah.
that.
That's
Yeah,
what's
I
up.
trust him 100%.
That's what's up. All right. So I think your criteria is actually pretty well sound. Um, it's a reasonable thing to actually try to obtain and go up to.
Yes, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. Come on, that's basic. Someone that respects you even more than he loves
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I
Even
uh
more.
I don't know if this is a young thing. I don't know if this is like a young millennial thing or whatever the case is, but um I'm this happened yesterday
Hmm.
where a young couple, the guy was, I think he was around what, 19, 20. This girl was around 17, 18, around there. They're both young, tú sabes,
Children. Yeah.
jóvenes, kids.
Okay, so
And she's telling him, so are we gonna be a couple or what? You know what I mean? So they're
Oh,
having that discussion. And mind you, I'm at the gym and I'm like, what the fuck? Right? And
yeah,
they're talking, and then he asks her one question, which
yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, that's a really good question. Because he says, okay, what are you bringing to the relationship?
What?
And she said, I got good pictures on Instagram. I get a lot of likes.
oh my god.
And he's nodding his head. He's like, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. And then she says, she says, I got the angles. And he's like, yeah, you're right. You got the angles. You got the angles. And I'm listening
No,
to this. I'm
está
listening to this.
relajándome.
No, de verdad. I'm listening to this and I'm like, this is a criterion nowadays.
I
Getting
can't.
more likes on Instagram because you got
I,
angles. Y después,
no,
today, and this happened yesterday, and today I go to the gym and it's arm day. So I'm doing my cardio real quick or whatever the case is, because it's about to snow like crazy over here. And I see them, y ahora están juntos, they're holding hands and stuff like that. And I'm like, I guess the angles work, because now now the criteria for these young kids nowadays is having more likes on Instagram having the angles and the filters and shit like that. So the point yo estoy mirando, I'm like, okay, so this is the criteria now. And
Yeah.
is this what the majority of women are thinking that they're bringing to the table is angles?
Uh-huh.
¿Me entiende?
No,
Like,
sí, sí. No, come on, those are kids. And now that's crazy. No, in my when I was young, like her age, I always wanted that. I wanted a good guy. I wanted a polite guy. I remember this. My friend, Congolese friend, Princess. She was like, "What do you mean with a polite guy? Huh? You're gonna be a polite guy." I knew my standards. I knew the standards. I'm not going to introduce my mom, whoever. It's impossible. I'm not going to show myself in public with whoever. No, no, no. Alguien que me represente. ¿Qué pasa?
yeah,
Come on. Somebody who's hardworking, has some principle. No, 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 no. I've always been, you know, harsh
yeah,
on it. Not really harsh, but, for a woman, her reputation is very important. Like, one
yeah,
thing
yeah,
can ruin it. And men can rebrand themselves all time. But
yeah,
women can really do that. So
yeah,
as a woman, you truly need to be very careful who you date, who you're with. As a man, you can rebrand yourself. For women, it's difficult. So I always kind of knew that. So to me, it was important knowing with who I would have a relationship, and I would no. You cannot see me with anybody on the street just because he's cute.
that's interesting that you said that men can rebrand themselves and women have to be more careful because I
Mhm.
100% agree with that. Why don't you think some women are out here with that same mentality or that same carefulness? Porque there's women out here thinking that they could rebrand themselves anytime, pero de verdad they have,
No,
to be honest, I feel like women do carry some emotional baggage from other relationships, from other things that happen. And men seem to typically get over it pretty quickly. You know what I mean? Even though, let's be honest, nowadays there's some men with some emotional baggages too, pero I, I, I I really resonate with what you just said right now. So why do you think some of these women nowadays think that they could rebrand themselves also?
because they haven't gotten yet a reality check. I
Mm,
guess. Like, when they are with men that don't care about your reputation, it's okay for them. But the
yeah,
moment they meet a certain man that they want to, and that man says like, "Oh my gosh, she's mad cute. I
yeah,
will dance with her
yeah.
horizontally, but I don't want to be seen in public with her." Then they will have that reality check. At that moment, they will say like, "Damn," because some, men, you guys were very proud on having, and very reasonable in relationships. With that, I mean, like, you guys can sleep around with anybody, but that doesn't mean that you want to be
I
seen in public
Yeah,
with
I
that.
that's actually I danced around a couple of times privately that I didn't want to dance in public, or have people know that I've danced with this person in public. There's been a couple of instances, but the
Oh,
way
really?
every guy has, please come on. I describe it. And I heard this analogy before, and I didn't come up with it. So I describe it as like the woman, picture the woman as a cake, right? As a beautiful, beautiful cake,
Hmm.
and men are allowed to put your finger in that cake and taste a little piece of that cake. Now imagine that cake is full of holes. Multiple fingers have been there. Now,
Come
what
on,
what
it's
piece
the
what
same
piece of
example of the key.
yeah, what piece of the cake are you gonna now try to, are you gonna take that cake home and say, now I wanna be with this cake? You know what I mean? So I get what you mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know the same
Yeah,
example
because
is with the key and the
yeah,
stuff. I know.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
but
for men, we don't think twice when we're taking a piece of that cake. We don't think twice. To us, it's just cake,
it's
But that
given.
imprint,
Oh, nice cake. Let's eat it. Yeah.
yeah, that imprint of the finger inside lasts forever. So that's how I see it.
I know.
Yeah.
You see it because you don't really, yeah. Even if you have to like that woman very, very much to put the blind eye on the holes of the cake. Oh my gosh, I cannot
Yeah,
believe I'm using that word. You have to like her a lot because I've seen
yeah.
that as well. Like women with terrible reputation with a good man, but the majority of men are not like that. And it's true. We women, we cannot do the same
Hey,
things as men.
donuts have holes, right? So hey, whatever. No, let me stop. Whatever. No, but
you
you're right.
know no, it's true. That's a man privilege, and we have to know that. And maybe it will change one day, but it is what it is now. Men can rebrand themselves, but women, it's harder. It's a
Mm,
privilege. It's harder. It is
mm.
what it is. So yeah, guys, what do you think about the topic about femininity? Oh, sorry, Princess,
Yeah.
you wanted to add something on what
No,
radical.
I was actually going
Okay,
to ask about femininity.
exactly, because it's almost 1 o'clock here. 1 a.m. About femininity. Yes, do you think, well, I believe the same, actually, that and you as well, the femininity movement on YouTube or on social media is actually um an answer, how you say that, an
A
answer,
response.
hmm? A
A
response, actually,
response.
thank you, a
Yeah.
response, yes, on the feminism movement of all these years. I have found here on social media the only femininity school or video that I knew that was funny to me was the School of Affluence by I don't know her name, but she's a white lady. um I don't know, she's European, she's white, and she looks good. She has some fillers, but she looks good. And the pandemic has shown me that there are many femininity channels or channels talking about
Yeah. Very many.
feminism. Yes. And some things to me are like pretty obvious. Sometimes I'm like, don't you know that? But okay. It's maybe geared to a different generation. So do you think that's a response? That's a reaction? That's a reaction to the feminism.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do think so because I feel like many young women have
Mm-hmm.
felt like they have tapped too much into their masculine energy and they kind of want to go back to their feminine energy. If you know what I mean?
Yes, 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 yes. Oh, sorry, I'm reading some comments. Like, what the Alourde? I like
Yeah,
watching Karine
Karin. It's a
She's
it's a
Haitian. Okay.
yeah, it's a Haitian
Everything.
American.
Okay.
Actually,
Crazy
I think
boy.
she's the most
Yes.
popular one.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Haitian girl is the most popular one
Sorry.
in the black community of YouTube.
Okay, this internet has a pony and love. Do you hear? Sorry, could you repeat? I didn't hear you. It's definitely a
Me?
pushback from feminism. Yes. Sorry, could you repeat, Princess? Sorry, I didn't hear.
No, Karin Alourt is a
Mm-hmm.
Haitian YouTuber. She started with femininity videos, I think a few months ago, and she's almost at 100K. So I think she's the most
Wow.
popular one in the black
Wow.
side of YouTube.
Okay, I've seen many channels about femininity geared to Black American women.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah, I don't know the names, but I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot.
yeah.
I've seen some videos of it. I have the impression they all talk the same way. Like it's that's a good content, and I am sure they have the best intentions. But sometimes I'm like, are they faking a tone, a voice tone, an accent,
I
something?
mean, I actually, there's this one girl. I mean, she's an escort, and she doesn't really tell people what she does. And she's a Black American, and she does femininity content too. And she also makes people pay for her advice that you can find for free on the internet.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
do feel like some people jump on the whole femininity way because they can make
Yeah.
money off of it. So
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Christina says I like her because she doesn't make it so much about the men. It's not all about finding a rich man. Okay. Oh yes, because the school of affluence. Yeah, there was a video about. Yeah. She talks about high society men, about
Yeah.
dating those men and get. Yeah, that's
My
true.
my question.
Yeah,
no,
high
most
society
femininity
men.
videos talk about men.
Yeah. My
Yes, that's true.
question. My
Yes.
question is, what can you define what femininity is? Because
It's
I'm
an
a little
energy.
confused.
I don't.
It's an energy.
Sensuality. It's women's
They
I don't know.
sensuality.
It's hard. Hold on.
It's women's
they play.
softness and sensuality.
Oh, okay, okay.
Niet open.
Like the way I'm thinking femininity is like you're letting men now be
Nee.
men,
Yeah,
and
pues.
and that word toxic masculinity is not going to be in the conversation anymore. Is that correct?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I would say my thoughts on the fem. Is this a movement or is this just an
I
idea?
mean, it's not really. It's not. I mean, it has become a movement on YouTube. For the most channels I see are by Black women. So
Gotcha.
You know what's femininity for you, all men? There is wearing dresses, wearing a skirt,
Yeah.
wear makeup.
looking very feminine. We're not like the Instagram makeup, but wearing red lipstick, wearing red nails. Yeah, it's true. You know, putting
That's
us,
funny.
yeah, wearing heels, wearing skirts,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
Uh,
not being que lo que mi hermano, que lo que,
yeah.
then behaving like a man.
That yeah,
Amigote, yeah,
yeah, having a
you know,
distinction between your
being a lady,
yeah.
being feminine, being
Yeah.
Um
feminine,
I would
looking
say
good.
I well on the movement, I would say that yes, that's a positive thing. Going towards that is definitely something that should happen. I think it you're right. Certain women, not all, but certain women are unfortunately in a position where they have to play two roles,
Mhm.
the mom and the dad. And I believe that women naturally cannot perform those two roles naturally.
Mm-hmm.
So um you're going to develop a masculine type of energy, even if you're not in this type of predicament, being a single mom where you grow up. I think, like I said, I think single moms and where you grow up come in the same community, and these are like destitute communities. And in these destitute communities, you're gonna have to be a little rough to survive. So I feel like females take the male type of energy and the male approach in order to survive in these destitute type of communities, and I think that's a detriment to the femininity of these women. And if there's a movement on YouTube to bring that back, then I'm totally for it.
Me too.
Yep.
Actually, I'm surprised a bit about that movement. Wait. Christina said it best. It's going back to what we are biologically and naturally. Christina, damn.
Oh, so
Copyright
that means going back to
that.
the kitchen, right? And no, let me stop. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
Right. I guess even the person, while I am a single mom, I think I'm still pretty feminine. Hell yes, you are. Yes, yes, you
Yes.
are.
Tina is very
Yes, you
feminine.
are. Yes. ¿Qué iba a decir? ¿Qué estaba diciendo? What was I saying?
You said that
I
you were
am for
surprised.
that. Yeah, I'm for that movement, of course, but I was indeed surprised because many things that are taught there are like, yeah, that's not general knowledge. Like, didn't your mother or your aunt or your neighbor and those women told you that? That kind of thing. But of course, I didn't know. Because many of those channels, or at least in my algorithm that I've seen now, are geared to Black American women.
Uh-huh.
And again, now in the pandemic, at least on YouTube, it seems that those stats are true, that there is like an epidemic of single motherhood in the US. So, and those women have to be extra strong, raising their children. And maybe they become a bit masculine, or the kids have a very rough life that they cannot really be feminine, or those women have no time to relax and become feminine doing. But I don't know, at the same
But
time,
but
to me
I
it's not
think
so clear, because I've been
yeah.
thousands time in the US, and to me I never saw them as masculine, or nor the Black American women that I met here in Europe. Of course, I know that the ones I have met in Europe belong to a different class, because those people can afford to travel and all that. But
Yeah.
and I've
There's a
never seen
there's
them
a
as
double
masculine.
there's a double-edged sword too, because like you said, you've noticed it here in America, correct? So let's go back to the feminist movement. The feminist movement has told women, and for some reason I have no idea why, only black women, and I haven't seen this on Latin women, Asian women, white women, only black women are the only ones, and the only ones promoted in these type of spaces to be independent and strong.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And when that word independent and strong, and I could do this by myself, I don't need no man,
Man. Mm-hmm.
is the rhetoric that's keep on being portrayed and told, then
Mm-hmm.
you are going to have these type of masculine type of women. And like I said, there's more to it. I think there is way more to it besides being in
Yeah.
a destitute type of environment. There's other outside forces that come and influence that type of mentality, and
Mm-hmm.
I think is very toxic for women. You know,
Me.
Yes.
Um.
Actually, yes. Yeah. Go ahead,
No,
Princess.
no, you can go ahead.
No, 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 no. You go ahead, because.
Okay. No, okay. I just wanted to say, because the Haitian girl that I follow, majority of her followers are not even black. They're actually Asian and white. Um,
Okay.
but she does have a black following, but they're not the majority, the biggest following.
Okay.
And what I've seen is that many of those young women, they weren't taught in the household how to tap
Okay.
into their feminine energy. So I feel like that has a lot to do with it also.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna agree. I agree with you. You're right.
Okay. To me, it's still very confusing. As, for example, I was raised. My father was actually the one that raised me. Like, estudia para que tenga lo tuyo. Ten tu diploma para que no le aguante vaina a ningún hombre. Ten lo
Mm,
tuyo.
mm,
He was the one that raised me like that. Like, you have to study, you have to own your own money, you have to have your degree. Don't have a boyfriend before you have your degree. um, be independent, so you don't have to you know, to coño, soportar, how you say that, you know, so you don't have to take
Support,
support. No, but I think like, so you don't have
maintain.
to main. Damn, I lost the word. So you don't have to deal with man BS. Like, so you can leave him whenever you want for whatever you know, when so you don't have to be there. Let him treat you, or you know, you have to have your money, so you have your power. But so that is what I thought that Black American women meant when they say I need no man, so I need no man to save me. So the way I thought I was raised, like I don't need a man to buy me a car, I can buy it myself. I want a man. You know, I want a man,
Yeah,
of course, because you're complementary. We need each other, of course. But I don't need him to save me to feel better. O sea, I don't need him to, o sea, que él mastique para que yo trague. No. I have my own thing. I need
yeah,
to have my own thing. My own degree, because my degree is the only man who is never going to leave me. He's
yeah,
never going to dump me. Even if I forgot everything that I learned, that degree says that I'm capable of something.
yeah,
So you need that. You need your job. You need your money. That kind of thing. So that is what I thought that Black American women meant with I don't need no man. I'm independent. So, but not in the case that you have become a man, that you are the man, that
yeah,
you shun a man away. So yeah, so to me, it's now actually the pandemic has made me understand the interpretation of those words, of those phrases, were different. And I think, yeah, it's very confusing because I never saw Black American women as masculine. I
Mhm.
didn't know they had that problem in their community.
Yeah, me neither. So, you know.
I thought, yeah, those problems were exaggerated by the media, white media, but actually also black media. So it's very, yeah, it's very sad in a sense, I guess. Yeah,
yeah. What
it's
does
a pity.
Fighter think? Fighter, what do you think? You've
Yeah,
been quiet.
About what?
femininity.
Femininity,
I mean, femininity.
femininidad.
Um, I don't
It's
know.
I.
I mean, I know. I mean, I don't know, man. It's like it's just one of those things. Like either you have it or you don't. You know, either just you're angry, bitter woman, or you just I don't know, bro. I'm having like a
But do you think it
I'm
can
having
be
like a brain
taught?
fart right now, huh?
Do you think femininity can be taught?
I mean, I think that's it's a part. It's nature, but nurture too is about. I mean, you
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
growing
think it's
up.
both. Yeah,
It's a combination of both. Um, yeah, it's definitely a combination of both. And then
yeah,
you'll have these women on these platforms, and they'll say, oh, you know, when you could provide for me, I could really get in my feminine. That's an excuse.
Yes.
That's a goddamn lie.
Yeah.
Because
True.
I've dealt with women that they were working and they held their own and they were really feminine.
Yeah.
So that
yeah,
there's no excuse. It's just something about you, right? So
Mm-hmm.
a woman is feminine for a man that she really want. It don't matter what. 'Cause, I mean, there's women that they're feminine for a guy that don't do anything for her. Like she could be taking care of the guy and she'll still be
Yeah.
feminine. I mean, according to women, they women are out here saying that so online and everything. Oh, I take care of this dude and this and that. And so the guy must be staying for a reason because what man wants to stay with a woman that always wants to argue all the time? That means she don't respect you. If a
but also it's somewhat our fault too because we can't be giving I'll just say wife privileges to everyone, every girl that we're with. You know,
oh
we
yeah,
have
You
we have
don't
to
give
make
that privilege.
yeah yeah
Men, you
we
guys
have
don't give
to
my privilege.
we have to be very exclusive when it comes to that. You know.
like
You guys don't marry everyone. Come on.
Well, yeah,
It's true.
but in certain communities, for example, I'm gonna just say the Bronx. In the Bronx, if you get a girl pregnant, it's like that's your wife. You know what I mean? And
Ah,
that's
tu
not.
mujer, tu marido.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's not something that should. You know what I mean? That's not something that should be happening.
Yeah.
And then these women
No.
get pregnant by the same guy, and they have 3 or 4 kids, and then you're wondering how come they're not married, and they're wondering the same thing too. No, once he gave you a kid, and he's about to give you another one, be like, no, 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 hold on. Where's my ring? You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna
Yes.
give you wife privileges and not be a wife. And the same thing is vice versa with the men.
Yo, but
Okay, you know what
let's
I'm saying?
let's talk about this though. Why a ring? What's the point of a ring?
Well, I know. I'm just saying as
Oh, okay, no, I'm fucking with you. I
society,
know.
yeah,
You mean
society
symbolism.
states.
You mean the symbolism.
Yeah, society states.
It's
Listen, I could go get a ring.
symbolism.
I could go get a ring at a bodega. You know what I mean? For
Right,
25 cents.
right. Yeah, yeah, but
It's
what
a
really matters,
symbolism.
what really
Yeah.
matters is how you treat that woman and you do
Yeah,
what you do for her outside of that.
and also it goes for men too. Don't be just saying that okay, I'm gonna give her this type of treatment. She doesn't deserve that type of treatment.
Yeah, hell right.
I'm not saying women don't deserve it. It just depends on the individual. You
Right,
know,
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's what it is.
Women are getting this notion that the women are getting this notion that oh boom, I deserve this up front.
Yeah,
Like
because she got the angles. She got the angles.
right. So my
Oh, I
whole
got the angles.
yeah.
I
So
got the likes on Instagram.
my
Todo eso.
protectorate is as a man and a human being is okay. What can you provide? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because people think the man's supposed to be a provider. A woman has to provide something too.
I believe if since there is a femininity movement, I think
Yeah.
men forgot to be men, and I think there needs to be a testosterone movement.
Yeah,
You know,
nice.
That's
Yeah.
true.
oh,
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the ministry is about, bro.
there's
That's
a
what
lot.
the ministry is, bro.
Yeah, because there's a lot of men out here that are scared to talk to women because they're scared of rejection. Y después they get mad at women because they're getting rejected. You know, they get and then they don't know how to approach women. Y también vice versa. Some women they want a certain man. They want a certain okay, he has to be an alpha. Y también he has to be sure about himself and he has to be confident. I'm not gonna get with Tito over there slumped over playing chess by himself. You know what I mean? I want somebody who's confident. So
Wait, no, wait. What's wrong with playing chess by yourself?
I'm just saying being a loser. I was just
No, that's
being
not.
dramatic. I know I'm just being dramatic. Pero,
Yeah, you're being dramatic, bro.
yeah, pero the thing is like we have to go and be real about what women want and what men want. Men are usually always honest about what they usually all the time. Usually about what they want and you gotta be real on okay, this is what he want. Am I this person? But also men gotta do the same thing too.
Nah,
What she wants. Am
but
I this, you know what I
sometimes,
mean?
and I'm gonna keep it real too. Another thing, like we can't act like it ain't like this or it doesn't happen. A lot of times, men, we get a great woman and we fuck it up.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you fuck it up,
So many great relationships I messed up. Oh
bro.
my god.
Nigga, and you feel like an idiot, you know. This, I like
Cassandra, I miss you. Sorry.
yo,
Sorry.
yo,
Sorry.
yo.
Hi,
Uh,
Alexandra. Ay,
And
Dios.
Rocky,
Ay, Alexandra.
Cassandra, why did you block me? No,
what did you say
go.
on Rocky? What's the name of Rocky?
Esmeralda, I'm
No,
sorry.
not Esmeralda.
Yes,
Oh my god.
ma'am.
Monica, that
Wait,
wasn't me, I swear.
And
wait. Here, Morena. Hola, Morena. 1114 said, I guess it's concerning the ring.
Oh no, Adrian.
Oh yeah, Adrian. Stephanie, I'm so sorry.
Jeez
Yeah.
Marty! Jeez Marty
Jeez,
now!
Marty. Jeez, Marty.
Oh, those ghetto
Wow.
names. Hey
Wow.
guys, we should have a convo next time about ghetto names
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
and
my
how they
gosh.
Oh
affect
yeah.
your
Jasenia.
future.
Jasenia is one of those. That's my ex.
No, Yesenia is not a ghetto name. Yesenia is like
No.
No,
an Arab
Jasenia is
name.
No, no,
nice.
Jasenia is
Yesenia
not
is
that bad.
it's a
It's not that
popular
really.
name, but it's an Arab
It's not
name.
that
Yesenia
bad.
is not bad. It's beautiful, and it's actually an Arab name.
Jasenia. Yeah, that's not that. That's not bad. That's not a bad name. Bro,
Mm.
No, that's
but
not.
we got like
No,
we got like
but
like
like
we-
Juderkis, that
you
kind
there
of stuff.
Just
you there
Daddy or some shit.
Will
Or
Yeah,
Mari.
Tracy.
oh,
You
Yeah,
know,
crazy.
oh my
Yo, yeah,
god.
crazy.
man. When I was a teenager, I wanted to have
Usnaga.
one of those names because Paula is like so formal. It's like, come on, Paula. I want to have like Judelkis, whatever name. Those names are so cool and so light. And I remember my father said, "You will thank us in the future," because I have
Yo, yo,
I have
yo,
to.
yo, yo, we do you
Yeah,
there. Yo, yeah, that's true. Yo,
I
the
had a
movie got wild games, yo.
Jafracy,
yeah,
Juleiki,
I dated this Dominican girl.
Strawberry,
Her middle name was Malta.
Watabitu,
Marta with an R,
Watabitu
No,
berry.
like Malta, like the drink.
Malta,
Yeah,
India.
God. Oh
Malta,
my
like the
Malta is a
drink.
name. It doesn't.
I say,
It's an island.
God
Malta,
damn.
Malta, India.
Malta is the name of
Malta,
our
India.
country.
Malta is an island here in
I
Europe.
was
Yeah,
like,
Okay.
an
Jesus
island.
Christ. I'm like the drink? And she's like, yeah, just like the drink. I'm
Juli,
like,
No,
damn.
that person
Julita
wrote
Algracia. Julita Algracia.
no. That person wrote it incorrectly. The name was Marta with an R, and
With
that person, yeah,
Oh,
no,
Wilkis.
Wilkies.
Wilkin, yeah, Wilkin,
You daddies.
Juderis, yeah, Fraser, yeah, like
Oh, I know two Jafraces. Oh my God.
Jordanis, Sacha. Oh
Jordanis.
my god,
Hmm.
damn. It's like okay, but anytime they have a formal name, a second formal name, and they use that name in their professional life
Yeah.
later on. Yes,
But
but
it's kind of good because some white folks don't know what that means. They just think it's like ethnic.
hard. Yes,
They're like jewelries, you know.
exactly. But now in our country of origins, we know what it is, and
Yeah.
it can block. It's like shakwanda, that can block your.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
It
Yep.
can block your career. Here in Europe, we have that as well, and it depends of the country. Like in the Netherlands, if your name is Anita, you have a problem. Anita,
oh,
or yes, Anita. And in England, I guess it's Sharon and Trevor. Those two names are like the Tyronda, Shaniqua kind of names.
oh,
And yes, and in here in Belgium is everything with an E. Charis,
Mm,
Charissa, Kelly, that kind of, unless you're somebody who's international. But if you're somebody from
mm.
here, oh my gosh, yes. Name discrimination is a thing as well. Yes. That's a
uh,
topic for another moment, guys. I wanted to read what La Morena said. Like, Morena, I think it's about the society standards that you're committed to her and the kids you share together. Yes, but I think more than society is the when a man decides to marry, because they are the one who decide to get married. They are the ones. They are the one that. But that guy said, Kevin Samuels, because I've been seeing some snaps of his videos, and he's true in a lot of things. And come on, guys, like we also grew up hearing that from our parents. Like we women give access to our bodies, but
Yeah.
men are the ones that decide to get married, and we are the ones that decide to have children.
Yeah.
He hasn't
Think
talked about children, but it's like that's
I think
general.
Kevin
So
Samuels. It's you guys could correct me if I'm wrong, but he's brutally honest. I believe,
yes, I
and
me too. I don't like his delivery, but he's
yeah,
honest.
um,
he's
but
very.
I have,
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
like, I have learned that he's very nice to like lighter skinny women. and
Oh
harsher to darker
no,
skinned women.
no, no.
No, I don't know if
You
it's
think
true.
so?
I've just heard. I don't know. I don't watch his video,
I don't watch. I didn't know who he was until Tina.
but he does. He does appear a little bit feminine. I'm not
Really?
gonna lie.
Oh well.
Yeah, he looks
Look, I
soft.
I I like how he's put together. He presents himself
Mm,
in
Yes.
a certain way.
yeah, but
He,
he's a
he
fraud, so I don't care.
he's a fraud. He's for what I see, he's somewhat knowledgeable. I like his.
Ab-
I I
about
like
a life he doesn't live.
no. It's just knowledgeable in the dating realm. Is what I'm saying. I don't know too much.
The radical
I don't know
Latino,
too
but he
much.
says, I haven't seen many videos of him, but what he says is like common knowledge. We all know
Yeah,
that. So
yeah. No,
Yeah,
you're right.
why is it
You're
so
right.
surprising? Come
I
on,
think
like
I
he
think
says,
is
like women give access to their
but I've
bodies
also heard
and men
that
to
those
marriage.
women are actors.
that could be that could be. The thing is that um if Paola's right, he's saying common things that it doesn't take a rocket scientist to
Oh,
know,
yeah, of
but
course.
sometimes I believe that we get pretty much like we get fascinated with the personality. We get like, oh, okay, this guy's put together really well. He's delivering this message in a certain way and is resonating with me, even though the message is very common. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
I think it's the personality that people get drawn into.
Yeah,
También,
the image.
yeah, yeah, the image. There you go, the image. I don't know too much about him. A lot of people told me to do a video about it. I'm not. I'm not.
I mean, you can get a
Um,
lot of views.
yeah, but no, I'm all right. But and also a lot of people told me that he is a fraud, just like what you just said. That he is a fraud of something about scamming people or something like that. I don't know. But the thing that he did, I don't like the way how he delivers his message, but I understand the outcome. I
Wants to
don't.
shock.
Yeah, yeah,
If he's sugarcoating thing, he would not
yeah.
have gone viral. You
Like
can you have to shock some people, like
I
slap
understand.
them.
I
You know.
understand that,
But I also think
Paola,
that
like let's say you're calling me for advice, ¿verdad? Let's say you
Hmm.
call. I have a show. It's called the Radical Latino Show for advice. I don't know,
Knowing
whatever.
you, and knowing you, and knowing you, I know.
No, and then you're calling me for advice, saying that, oh my god, I've been married for 8 years, but I don't got the angles, ¿verdad? O algo así. And instead of me saying, well, just position your there's a YouTube tutorial for angles. He will say something off the wall like,
you will
well,
die alone.
yeah,
You
yeah.
don't get no
Well, if you
angles.
don't figure it out, then you're gonna lose your man because men want women with angles, and you're gonna die alone. Just like, because how old are you? And then he's gonna attack your age. No, no, you know what I mean? Like, no, just you could deliver the message correctly, but not in a harsh. You know what I mean? Am, am I
Hmm.
sounding crazy? I don't know.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I
It's
agree with
too.
you.
It's too. I understand being harshly honest, but I think he takes it a little bit too far. You
Of
Because
course,
know?
but I agree. But I think that's the seasoning of his show. That makes his show different. And
That's true.
also, Morena, he didn't say, or who was it, Christina, that she was going to die alone. The thing is, like, that lady wanted some standards that she could possibly not reach, and if she's waiting for those standards to come knocking on her door, you know she will die alone. It's like more, I think what he
Yeah,
says is a reality check. I have the impression,
yeah,
sorry guys, that I know that in the US it's the biggest entertainment industry of the world, but I have the impression that people are raised by the TV instead of parents. It's like
yeah,
people don't have brothers, sisters, cousins, so they don't share, they don't communicate that kind of things with each other. Like
Yeah,
those women that don't want to work and want a man that has, that earns at least three figures. They want to send their children to private school that in the US is very expensive. They want to have blah, 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 blah. That costs a lot of money.
that's
And
true.
as I said in my previous life, that I held with Fire Complex and that princess as well, you have more pretty women than wealthy men.
Yeah.
We have more pretty women than wealthy men. It's not impossible to get a wealthy man, but it's a bit harsh, and the competition is, brutal. And those men have choices, and in
Yeah,
the
but
temper,
many of
you
those
know,
men don't even date pretty women. They date average women.
they it depends if like those six
They
figures
do.
men. That's something that we need to realize. Those,
Those women got
I
the
will call them.
angles, all
I
right.
will call them I will call them the 10% because 100K is maybe a bit in the US, but it's a lot of money like in the Dominican Republic or in, I don't know, South Africa. So I will call them the 10% men, 10% salary men. Um, when you are an employee, an executive or whatever, you're an employee, to make part of the 10%, it takes years. You're not just graduated and you belong to the 10%. You have to have worked your ass off to
Yeah,
belong there. When you're not wealthy by family, you're not a
yeah,
self-made entrepreneur. You know, so you are not there when you're 25 after you got your finance degree. You're there when you're 40s or and 30s, 35.
yeah. See,
You
see.
know,
Now, this is my thing, right? Let's. I want to just talk about the advice that he gave that woman. We're talking about the one that he said that she looked average, right? So, um, listen, if I own a business, right, like dog grooming business that she owned, right, and I'm working my butt off for what she said, what 3, 4 years, 4 or 5 years, or something like that. I'm working my butt off in the grooming business for 3 or 4 years. I will not settle for the low hanging fruit.
no, of course not.
Why? The fact that she decided to do so speaks to, I believe, this is my opinion, speaks to her character choices, and I believe that because of that, her character choices, it goes into bad decision making. That's what I believe, because I was part of another panel, I believe yesterday, and I presented that argument. Do you think if she would have went outside the black community and she went to another community, she
Yes.
will also pick the same wrong men? The reason why,
The wrong
yeah,
man.
the reason why I asked that was because of bad habits. Certain times people have bad habits in choosing, and when they see those type of signs psychologically, you feel more comfortable and you'll go and gravitate towards that, when in reality that's not
Yeah,
something
yeah,
you should
yeah.
be doing. You know what I mean? So I'm just putting myself in her in her shoes logically. I bust my butt. I got my own business. Now I'm making money. Why would I settle? The last thing I'm ever going to do is settle for a low hanging fruit. I'm going to put myself in positions of high standard. I'm going to put myself in environments of high standard. Even though I'm by myself, I'm going to put myself in places where I can get approached. And I don't know why she didn't think of that.
Exactly. Exactly. Totally, totally. It's true.
I think it was
Yeah.
something internal. I think it's something internal. I don't think it's something that's,
Low self
yeah, I
esteem.
think that's what it is.
Many of those women have low
I
self
think
esteem.
that's what it is.
Why
Porque,
would you call to a man that you don't know with a
because
show?
mira lo que
Yeah.
dijo. Mira lo que dijo. Let's listen to what she says.
And
I
then
think I'm a 5. With makeup, I'm a 6.
he also said you're not allowed to
Hey,
be
wait.
7.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, of course. You're not allowed to be a 7. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So
So
it took the middleman out of it, and she had to be honest with herself. And I think, to be honest, I think that was a little bit of a bitter pill for her to swallow. and she was actually being honest with herself. And I think that she believes that she's actually a 5. So that's the reason why she put that um she put that 5 energy out there. So she attracted 5 4s and 3s to her. You know what I mean? That's what I think. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it speaks a lot about her as a character, not ¿cómo se dice? Hold on, let me. It speaks a lot on her as a character, on her decisions. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's
Yes.
because she's average. I don't think that. No, I think it's because of her decisions. That's what I think.
Uh, yes, Princess, go ahead.
No, I don't have anything to say, and I agree.
To me, it's she and all those women that call to that show. The majority have, I guess, a low self esteem. I haven't watched all those videos. I have no time for it, but I
Oh,
have
oh,
watched
don't watch it.
some,
Don't watch it.
not all. But the things that I heard him say, to me, are just general knowledge. One that we all know, and maybe some things that our father said, or maybe our uncles or brothers, cousins, friends. And two, many of those women, I hear a desperation in their voice when they're asking questions, that kind of things. It's like they don't have a
Mm,
kind of guidance. They don't have a friend or a brother
mm,
or an uncle or a godfather to ask some questions.
But
So
also, what I find a bit strange is why are these women going to men when they can just ask women?
no, you have to ask men. No, no, no,
ooh,
no, princess. That's very
yeah,
dangerous. We don't think like men.
yeah.
You know the
Okay.
reason why I can't think a bit like a man is because I have a bunch of cousins who were sinvergüenzas like hell. Like I heard, I didn't
And
heard. I see it myself. A cousin of mine, like, like, for Dominicans, si yo me le tengo que arrodillar, yo me le arrodillo. Mi amor, yo tengo problema con eso. Like, come on, I've been witness of that. Like, one of my cousins, he was cheating on his girl. Like, I knew the two girls. That's the kind of thing because you cannot. In one of his girlfriends was a friend of mine, but we don't. I mean, like, pleito marido y mujer. We don't tell that kind of things. It's up to them. And he was with another girl, and the other girl knew that he had another girlfriend. He was cheating on her, and then he was like, "Oh my!" We were going to a party. It was in the DR actually, and he was like, "Damn, okay, so I need that's called Juanita to be there, and I need the other one to be there, and I'm going to tell one that I'm sorry, and I will ask the DJ this song." What did he do? He asked the song, and he went on his knees, "Mami, perdóname," whatever, whatever, while he was still with two girls. I mean,
wow.
men, you have to think like, man, they're pigs, they're dogs, they don't care. You know, you have to think like men, not like an emotional woman. That's
Yeah,
very important.
and I think
Don't ask
I
women for those tips.
yeah, and
You have to know what men want.
I think also asking gay men is also a bad thing too, because gay
Yes.
men don't know what men really want. You know what I mean?
No.
It's to be
Yeah.
completely honest, they can't give the same
Yes.
advice, you know. Yeah,
Yes. Like
no,
yeah.
you're right. I have to agree with Paola. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's right. I've I've given some advice on some of my female friends, and it worked. I'm gonna just give an
Mhm.
example. Um,
Mhm.
one of my female friends was having a hard time with intimacy with her partner, and
Mhm.
she's like, all I'm asking for, hold on, wait, all I'm asking for is, oh my god, is for him to treat me good. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And she was giving some examples to no, I'm not taking shots at Eddie at all. At all. um she was giving some examples on what she wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was giving some
Yeah.
examples of what she wanted, and one of the examples was um I completely forgot what, but I said the same thing that he said, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what that means. And she's like, "Are you
Mhm.
serious?" And I'm like, and I told her, I told her, listen, you have to be direct with us. You have to be direct and let us know
Mm-hmm.
what you want.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, but we don't work with Blues Clues. We don't work with that.
No. Oh no.
That is more confusing to us.
Oh yes.
I know giving us clues is a little romantic and we'll figure it out later, but that's not how we work. You have to be
No. You're not
direct.
so as refined. Yes,
And
you have to
then
be refined.
when
No, no.
she ended up doing that, she told me, "Hey, it worked and she got what she wanted because she was
Mm-hmm.
direct." And I'm like, "There you go. See?
Mm-hmm. 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 It's true.
Radical's gonna get it." No, no, no shots, no shots, no shots, no
Yeah.
shots.
But come on, like the fact that men are not made for marriage. Men do not like exclusivity, or they do not like to get married and all that stuff. I learned that from my
No,
father and
de
my
verdad,
brother in the DR. That
we
kind of
don't.
thing.
The whole ceremony thing, para qué? Listen, let's just sign the
Men don't.
papers and let's go.
Yeah,
Pero,
men don't.
but you
Yeah.
women, y'all want the ceremony. All right,
Oh
fine.
yes, not me.
Fine. Mira, just tell me
Yes,
what time I gotta be there with my suit. I could care less.
exactly,
You know,
exactly.
it's true what
Yeah.
she's saying. We do not care about marriage. If we want to get
No.
married because we choose you, let's just sign
Yeah.
the papers. But you want the celebration. We don't care.
Exactly. They don't care about that. That's why they're never involved in the preparation of a wedding.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just like,
no, I
okay,
could
they feel
listen.
so different.
The
Those
only thing
clothing
I'm
and
gonna be interested in is okay, what
the
color dress
party.
are you gonna get? Because I know you're gonna pick out my color. What color suit am I
Yeah.
gonna get? Oh, white and
Yeah.
black. All right, let's go. That's it.
Yeah. You'll want a bit of a party, but not all the access and all the pictures. I know men don't care about
Yeah,
that. It's
we
a
don't.
woman. It's
We
a
do
woman.
not
And
care.
yeah, so you have to, in some things you have to think like a man, and you cannot ask those tips to a woman. Like the fact that I know, and I'm sure Cristina Morena know, that we give access to our bodies because of our fathers and brothers. Like, hey, no te dejes tocar, or you have to be careful because with the more men that you are, the less you
Pero,
become
pero,
valuable, and
pero
men this
también,
and men
también,
that.
Paola, you have to also
Hmm.
address just because sometimes women make bad decisions on who they give their
Hmm.
body to and it doesn't work out, that doesn't mean you got to be bitter. It's just didn't work out,
No,
you
we
know?
don't. Yeah, yeah. But women have a hard time with that a bit because if
Yeah.
that's like a failure,
Yeah.
you know,
I I
and
I don't think women should be seeing it. The way I see it is like gambling.
yeah, but
It's
you're a man.
no, no,
You're a man.
I know that, but the way I see it is like gambling. If it didn't work out this time, it's gonna work out the second time.
Yeah,
Don't
but
get
our
harped
value
on.
decreases a
That's
bit in
yeah, I
society.
know.
We
So,
have to be. We
socially,
have to manage. We have to
so
manage. That's
socially,
capital. That's
socially,
commodity. We
socially.
cannot give it like that to
No, no,
anyone.
you're right.
No.
Socially looking at it, you're right. Y la cosa es that's why I tell some of my friends, don't worry about body count. Who cares about body count? You have a lot of sex. Women are having a lot of sex now. Who cares? Don't worry about body count. Porque if he goes like, okay, oh, what's your body count? And she's like, well, 130. And
What kind
then
of question is that? That should never be a question in the first
that's what
place.
I'm saying. No, you'd be surprised. There's some guys that think that should be
You're
like a legit
crazy.
question, and you should never ask that because one,
Never.
you're not gonna like the
Why?
answer, and two, you're not gonna get the real answer.
Why?
You know?
Why? It should be like a fork. Like when you go to a restaurant, a lot of people, maybe once, ate with that fork and that knife and that spoon, but you
Mhm.
just don't know because it's clean.
Yeah.
It's clean. It's there for you.
Yeah. I
So don't worry about that.
I pretend I'm always like the fifth guy, that these women has ever been with, and I'm with them. I'm like, okay, she hasn't had that much experience, at all. But she was a porn star. Nope, no, she wasn't. Not in my mind, you know. That's how I see it. Like I could care less. To me, it doesn't really matter. I would not see a woman any different if I find out that ella fue like the biggest chilla out here. You know what I mean? I would not.
No.
I would
It's
not
not
care.
true. Te tiene que gustar mucho para eso, no sea mentiroso. Te tiene que gustar mucho para eso, porque no es verdad que tú vas a salir por ahí en la calle con una tipa que todo el mundo, deja tu
But
vaina.
that was her
Porque el
past,
hombre,
though. But that
el
was her
ego es muy
past,
grande
though.
y
Nah, that was
ustedes
her
no van a
past.
soportar. You're not
That
going
was
to,
that
you
was her
know.
past. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me her his brother and his dad had it? No, that's her past. I don't care. No, 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 no.
¿Cómo no?
No. Hay un límite. Hay
Oh,
un
sí,
límite.
cómo no.
No. Hay un
Piedra en la
límite.
luna. Piedra en la
No,
luna. ¿Qué está tirando?
no. Wait.
Piedra en la luna.
No. Hay un límite. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. There's a limit. If like, she could barely like sit down. Oh shit. That's a red flag, but there's a limit. I understand. If she knows more men than you, wait, what the hell? There's a limit.
What's the
I,
limit?
I
What?
to be no no. To be honest with you, the limit is
Mhm.
like the limit is if you haven't thrown it away just for regular things like rent and food, then I don't care. If you're telling me you're out here literally giving it to the mailman and the milkman, then that's crazy.
She's living her life. Who are you to judge her? So.
That's what I'm saying. I could care less. That's why I never asked that. And even if
Mhm.
un tipo being
Oh,
be like,
sí, cómo
yo,
no.
her number is like 60, then I'll be like, all right, well then I'm 61 then. Shit, let's go. I really don't care.
Te tiene que gustar mucho.
I really
Te
don't care.
tiene que
But like I
gustar
said,
mucho.
like I said,
And
hay un límite porque si ella está, tú sabes, caminando o tú sabes que ya, then, then then
ay, ay, ay. I wanted to say something though to come back to the ring thing that Fire Complex said, and it is Fire Complex. I think the reason why women want to ring or get married, I guess, of course, is certainty, security, and the fact that as men are not made to marry to be only because monogamy is not natural for men. But that's it's a scream of a man. It's a recognition of a man that he publicly, openly tells the whole world, I have chosen you to be the only woman with I want to be seen in the society. You are the woman who I'm going to give that exclusivity, that privilege to become my wife. That's the
mm,
symbolism, I
that's true.
guess. Because y'all hate to be married and be with only one woman blow is anti-natural for y'all.
I
So when
I
you do
think
that, it's like the
yeah,
scream.
I think de verdad, I think is that certain men certain men don't get out of their little hoe stage. That's what I believe. Every man and every woman has a little hoe stage that they go through, and you have to get away from that. That little phase needs to go, because because the reason why I say that is because now you did and experience everything. Now you want to settle down. You're going to get to a point where you want to settle down. Sometimes some people are always in that little stage, and then when they hit 70, 80 years old, then they're like, oh yeah, I think I should start settling down now. It really depends. You got to really learn and figure out to see if this person that you're trying to deal with already past that stage or is in that stage. Because once you pass that stage, you already had a lot of reflection, and you already know, okay, it's time for me to settle down now. You know, that's what I truly believe. Everybody has been through the little whole state, because if, let's say, a man gets married early in his life and he hasn't been through that whole stage, then he's gonna be
It's true.
40 something. He's gonna be 40
Mhm.
something years old with a mohawk, thinking that he could skateboard because he's trying to he's trying to be useful again. No, get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Middle age crisis. Middle
Yes,
age
yes, a
crisis.
middle age crisis, and then
Mhm.
you think the guy thinks now that rollerblading down the street is cool again and stuff like. He's trying to do tricks. his knees can't handle it no more. Those are like 40-year-old
Mm,
knees. You know, you know what I
mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah, yeah, I know completely. Well, guys,
Especially
uh,
Dominican men. No, 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 no. It's not Dominican men. No, it's all men. All men.
oh
It's all
man,
men. Not
it's
the no. Don't put
oh
it out.
man.
Dominican men don't cheat.
And oh, that
Oh
was a good one. Not all, but the majority does. The majority of
Uh
all men
oh.
in the world, a certain time. Yes, I do
Yeah.
believe so. It's
Yeah.
very
Oh,
hard to know.
it's all men. It's
It's a
all men.
commitment, actually. It's a
Yeah.
commitment. It's all men at a certain point in life. It's
Yeah.
all men, guys. Do you want to continue the conversation or you on your own?
I
Because I truly need
b-
to sleep,
before
even
before I
though
go
tomorrow it's
before
homework.
yeah
So it's
before I go because I know you're about
yes.
to end it. I want to just say something. Ask you a question really quickly.
Hmm.
And it's about cheating. Do you believe that
Hmm.
once a man cheats, he's always going to cheat?
Mm. No, yes, it depends. Actually, cheating is in you guys because you guys are naturally not monogamous, whatever. You're there in nature to spread your seed, to make babies, to multiply yourselves. So not cheating is actually a commitment, a very hard commitment. A commitment. I am, I'm convinced about that. He can cheat once, and if he gets caught and he's forgiven, and he truly loves his wife, it's going to do his other best to not repeat it. But that commitment will be stronger than himself. However, if you
Mm,
are a woman and you discover him cheating on you, and you make this drama, and you forgive him, he will do it again. I don't know.
mm,
If you're going to forgive him, please don't do a drama. Don't do dramas. Por
yeah,
favor, because you make a fool of yourself. Because you
yeah,
showed weakness. And if you want to be unforgettable for a man, the best thing you can do is dump him. You
yeah,
cannot
yeah.
be in
I
like,
I I think
making
I think
dramas and
once
forgiving.
yeah I think once a partner cheats, it's over. That's it. You're done. There's nothing coming back from it. There could be exceptions to the rule, with kids and stuff like that. But I don't. Most will continue to. Okay. Um.
But
I
it
think.
depends. It depends. Sorry that I cut you
Yeah.
off, Valentina. So sorry.
Yeah.
Continue.
See. The thing
It
is.
also depends if he cheated on you when he was in Indonesia with his friends, on vacation when he was in
Yeah.
Mykonos. Or he was in New York. You live in Manhattan, and he was in the Bronx with another girl
Yeah.
there. There is a big difference, or
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
people know her? Was it in your same neighborhood? There are levels to it. If it was, on a boys' vacation and they're so drunk, and then they see those hot, women from Crete or the Mediterranean or from Senegal, wherever or Brazilian women, they're drunk
Yeah.
and all that stuff, and something happens. That's, in Brazil, and you live in, I don't know, in Germany. Come on, the context is very different.
Yeah. Yeah.
The context
I
is very the
I
context.
think yeah, the context, yeah, you're right. It is because I like there's situations where people cheat just to get back at each other. You know what I mean? So it
Hmm.
happens. It happens. I don't think once a cheater is always a cheater. I don't think that. But if you're in a relationship, to me, this is just my opinion. If I'm in a relationship and someone cheats on me,
Hmm.
I'm done. It's over. Like, will I get back? Would I would I break up with them right away? No, I have to get back at them. But it's to me, it's over. It's whatever.
Okay.
I'm done. It's done. But that's how I think
Okay.
it should be, because once that happens, that trust is gone, and it's gonna take literally heaven and earth to rebuild that.
Yes. 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 Yeah. trust is very important. Trust and respect is very important because I cannot be with someone that I do not trust. I don't understand relationships. You know, I have a friend, and he's with a Bolivian girl, and he tells me like, you have to tell my crazy Latina girlfriend to trust me because she's always checking my phone. He always wants to know with who I am and all that stuff. And I see that you are not like that. And I'm like, it's because I need to sleep well. I cannot be with you and not trust you. I trust you 100% until
This might, yeah,
you demonstrate me otherwise.
this might be a
I
bad,
cannot be checking you.
this this might be a bad
Sorry?
character. This might be a bad characteristic on my part, but the
Mm-hmm.
way this is how I operate. You have to earn my trust. I don't
Okay.
trust you 100%. So even if I'm with you for a whole year, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
trusting you. It doesn't matter. You have to earn my trust. So let's
Man,
say
there's some self issue, self self esteem issue there. Sorry.
no, 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 no. It's not that. It's that like mind you, I'm not gonna blow the person up. I'm not gonna find out. Hey, where you at? You're supposed to be home. I don't care. I could care less. In my mind, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that person is doing whatever, and they're probably doing whatever, whatever with whoever. I don't care. I still don't,
Mm-hmm.
I still don't trust that until you earn. For me, it's very hard for you to earn my trust, and when you earn it, that's when I that when you earn it, that's when I'll start opening up a little bit more, and I'm like, so when I was 6, this is what happened. You know what I mean? That's when I start going. But trust for me
Oh,
is
wow. Okay.
very, 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 very hard. Because Paola, I've been hurt.
Hmm.
I'm like a little butterfly.
Okay.
I've been, I've been hurt.
I
You've been
can't.
hurt. Everybody has been hurt. Everybody hurt. Everybody has been hurt sometime. But I need to trust you. If I don't trust you, I'm not with you. I'm sorry. I give you
Yeah,
my trust. And then it's up to you what you do with my trust. I am not like, no, man, no. If I sleep with you, I have to trust you. If I live with you, I have to trust you. I trust you
yeah,
100%. However, it's up to you what you do with my trust. Do you have my trust there in the back? Boom. And I will sleep quietly and normal. I'm not going to call you. Where are you? When are you coming? And all that stuff. However, you always say, okay, I'm going to have some drinks. I will come later. It's always later than the hour that you say.
wow,
But
wow, women are so
it's
different.
exhausting. I cannot live.
Women are
Yes, I
so
am that kind of woman. I am not like the drama.
wow.
No, I'm
Women
not
are
the
so
typical
different than
Latina or
men.
Dominican Latino.
Listen, the way if you know that I
Yes, we
trust you
trust more
is
than
giving you
men.
my phone. That's what I giving you my here's my code, here's my phone. That's when I trust you. Like, oh shit, he's giving me his phone. Oh my god. That's when okay, he trusts me. Outside of that, I'm not even giving you the Wi-Fi password. No.
Like Latina, I have his passwords because I've checked. Like he
So
has
there
my
you go.
password, but we have never
There you
never checked it. No, because once someone is putting their code, come on,
yeah.
you watched. You're 8 years with each
Yeah,
other, so
yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
But it's not that we have asked, and we have never asked each other's phones nor email, whatever. We don't do that kind of things. And when I am called, he doesn't even respond. I have to tell him respond. Same here.
Mm,
You know,
mm.
it's a very different relationship. I cannot
Yeah.
have a stressful relationship. I
Yeah,
can't.
that's true.
I can't
That is
be
true.
like, give me your
Same.
phone.
That's that's
Let
the
me
reason.
check your WhatsApp. I
Yeah,
cannot.
that's the
No,
reason why I give a lot of space in my
I cannot
relationship.
be in a stressful. No.
I give a lot of space in my relationships. I could
Hmm.
like call. Let's say me and La Princess we're dating. I talk to her at 6 p.m. I talk to her at 6 p.m. and she won't hear from me until the next day. I
Yeah.
give a lot of space. I don't want to be clingy. I don't want to, no. I give you a lot of space.
Well, that's nice because I like my space anyway. So
Yeah, and good.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hear from me for like 3-4 days. No, but I think you're
All
gonna wrap.
good. Yeah.
I think you're gonna wrap it up. But listen, thank you very much for inviting me. It was a very delightful,
Thank
entertaining,
you.
and informative conversation. I got to learn a little bit more on the enemy side. No, I got to learn a little bit more about women. And hopefully you women got to learn a little bit more about men. Hopefully that worked. But Paola, thank you for opening up your platform for me.
Her name is Paola.
Paola,
You
yeah,
say Paola.
Paola, isn't that it? Paola, Paola,
No,
Paola, 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 Paola.
you can call me
Paola.
Paola. That's my other name. My
Oh, okay.
name is Paula.
Paola,
Paula.
Paola.
However, only
Paola.
few people call me like that. My father, my grandma. Paula says, oh, you can call me no. Paula says too intimate. That's my father and
Oh, okay.
friends. Paula say la
Paola.
salsa, No, no, no.
So
Paula.
Paola, Paola. Okay, good, good.
But my
Paola.
mom, my mother calls me Paola.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Everybody calls me Paola. No problem. Everybody, some of my sisters call me Paola. So you can choose Paola or Paola. It's the same. I respond. So,
Gotcha.
um, thank you guys for joining and
Thank
participating in this
you.
conversation. La Princess, the guy Latino. I truly appreciate the sound that you joined.
Yeah, no problem.
Fire Complex, always so collaborative, and Princess.
I
And
think he's
Christina always there
sleeping.
supporting me, and Morena. Thank you guys. It was an amazing live. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Wax and what's his name? Her name? Wax and Shies, Morena, Crazy, and all everybody that
Viva,
joined and that commented. Thanks
Im-
so much. It's very
Ima.
cool. It was a very interesting convo, and I hope we can have those conversations more and more. And next topic should
Yes.
be about ghetto names. Don't you think so? How ghetto
Ghetto
names
name.
affect our lives. You know how you have to choose well. You only know that once you're in corporate or once you're
That's
grown up.
actually
Ghetto names.
that's actually true. Some
Mm-hmm.
people will ghetto names. Unfortunately, in the corporate setting, they'll kind of put you on the backstage. You'll become the
Mm-hmm.
cleaner, the male
Yes.
mail
Yeah.
clerk, or you're the valet parking cars. They'll
Mhm.
put you in the back.
Yeah.
But if you had a regular name
Mhm.
and also you're pretty, they'll put you in the front. You're at the desk. You're the receptionist,
Pretty.
executive,
Always.
executive receptionist.
Always.
So, tú sabes. But anyway, thank you very much.
Mhm.
And if you
Mhm.
are going
Mhm.
to do that live, yes, I would like to
Yeah.
be a
We
part of
should
it.
do that.
I got a few stories about my corporate experiences back in the day and
Oh,
stuff. So
nice.
definitely do
And
it.
you know what? Visible tattoos in the corporate setting should be also be a
Oh,
subject
that
because
that and no, I can't say that. No, because
Say what?
what?
uh,
Nice.
hair. I was gonna say hair.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna
Hair
say
is
hair.
important in the
Yeah,
yes,
because
in the
I've
corporate
seen
setting.
I've seen some people go home because they dye their hair pink.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like,
Purple.
whoa.
No, 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 no. It depends what you know why I'm interested in that debate. Actually, I wanted to do a video about that in Spanish, for the Dominican audience in the DR because um there is a YouTube program, no, not YouTube program only, but many Dominicans there in the island think that in Europe or the US, you can have a tattoo everywhere and that's no problem.
Mm-mm.
Like society
Nah,
doesn't judge you.
Nope.
And piercing is like, no, it depends what your job is. If you're the mailman or you're the cashier and some jobs or in the creative sector or sports sector, you can have those stats, but not in the corporate setting. No one, not even white people,
careers. Yeah.
not whatever. So many times they're, yeah, but you guys in Europe, you can do it. And it's like, no, no, I don't have any tats. I don't
You
have
know
not
how
even
many
two piercings.
executive managers I found out they had tattoos after we went to like a
Mine,
relaxed setting? I'm like,
but
what?
here, where you don't see them. A
Yeah, no,
lot
you're
of them,
right.
but not in visible
Yeah,
places. Not
yeah,
their neck.
yeah.
I know plenty. I know you. You would see like, no,
I
con ese traje, corbata, ese, no, impossible. Yes, everywhere tats, but not where it's visible.
Yeah.
I
So
saw one with
they
face
many Dominicans
tattoos.
they kind of tell not yeah.
No,
I
I
love
saw one with
tattoos, but
face
I don't dare,
tattoo.
and my mom would kill me. However,
Yeah.
I cannot. I would never use a tattoo or make a tattoo in a visible. I would do it like Christina. You know, she has in where in her belly. No
Yeah.
one is going to see that in a corporate setting. But as a woman, you know, I know. Well, I will wrap it up. But two people that studied with me in school, in university, I saw them. They're a couple. They're crazy about tats. They're that kind of people that my body makes me tinta, ask me some ink, you know,
My
and
body is a it's a canvas.
eh, yeah.
No, no, yeah,
So,
they
but he
yeah.
has tats. Mhm. He has that in all his legs and here up. Of course, not his neck and stuff, but she has that on her belly, her bottom, and all that. It's because they work in a corporate world. So he never wears the shorts. However, she wears a skirt and a dress. So his legs, o sea, la canilla, las piernas, la batatas, how you say that in English, I don't know, are filled with tats, but hers are not. You know, and that's okay because you don't show them. Like some people have a tattoo there and they use like some makeup and stuff. So I wanted to make I wanted to make a video about that in Spanish for the Dominican audience, telling people like it's not true. You cannot work like in the corporate world with your face tat and all that stuff because people there they believe that here you can you can have your hair purple and 10 piercings and 25 neck tattoos and you will have like an executive job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's another
Yeah.
conversation. Getter names and pets in the corporate world.
All right. Thank you.
Well,
Bye.
guys,
Thank you. Bye.
perfect. Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you. Adios.